Legend of Total War here, and today we've got a Saving a Disaster campaign playing Medieval 2, where it's a disaster campaign for Russia. So, in this campaign here, and in real life, it's basically identical. This situation, like, normally I don't like to bring in real-life politics or real-life situations, because people get sensitive about it, but it's just too good of an opportunity not to, like, reference real-world Russia right at the moment. Because, yeah, this campaign here is really on the verge of collapse. I'd say that if we were just to hit end turn, there's a very good chance of being defeated next turn. Because we've only got 2 family members left, these 2 guys here. And there's, like, it's not a huge army making their way down over here. But it's also got plague. So the prospects of us actually being able to recruit a decent amount of troops from here and hold off the Mongol invasion at Moscow alone is pretty much zero. So I think we need to abandon it, which sucks, but, you know, I didn't get into the situation. I gotta get out of it. I think the most important thing here is trying to salvage the campaign, not necessarily trying to make sure that we have the traditional land of Russia, which is why we don't own Ukraine either. So I think we need to look for whatever location is probably going to be the best place to go. Go there, and then you can always just come back here later when you've got resources. Let's have a little bit look around. So what we want to do here firstly, they're all going to have plague, there's no stopping that. I'm going to merge a couple of units and see if we can create a unit that's got really low entity numbers. Yeah, like that. And use it as a scout, because I just don't know what's going on over here. I need to know where I can and can't go. So if I bring you over here, we can get a feeling for what we're going to be going up against and whether or not we should try to go up against it. See, there's lots of missile units and horse archers, and if we're just using, like, the most basic units that we can possibly get, there's no way we're going to overcome them, even if we did outnumber them, which we don't. I also doubt there's going to be any mercenaries, because the mercenary pool in the Russia area is usually very limited. It's way more in Europe and in the Middle East. So picking up a bunch of forces straight away, I just don't see that happening. Now, it's likely that these 2 guys here are plagued, but I don't have a notification here to know exactly. And unfortunately, it's not going to tell us through the family tree here whether or not they're plagued. So even if they are plagued, the chances of them actually dying over the end turn is pretty low. It can happen, but for both of them to die, that'd be catastrophic. We definitely need to get some more family members. Otherwise, I gotta get these guys out of here. Now, what we could potentially do is go in through the forest down here, leave 1 unit at Moscow just so they you know, attack it or whatever. Cancel this so we get some money, because it's not going to get done. We could also use Scorched Earth tactics, or strategy, I guess, and demolish a bunch of this stuff. I mean, that would make it so that they wouldn't be able to rebuild it, because I really don't see any possibility of us recapturing it in this episode. The Mongols are not an easy faction to deal with if you've got no tools to work with. I mean, if you get plenty of time, it's turn 145. A competent, or more competent player would have been able to prepare adequately, but you know, obviously he hasn't. So yeah, I think that Scorched Earth, we can get a bit of money out of this, and what it will do is, because the Mongols, they've got a bit of a weird thing. A lot of their units actually have free upkeep costs, so you really want to make sure they just don't recruit anything. So prioritizing demolishing any sort of anywhere where they could potentially recruit units from is a high priority, because otherwise they could just keep recruiting more and more units. So you got to kind of out-recruit them, which is not possible for us right now. So I need to turn off the sound, because this is super loud when it does happen. So I just press Alt-S there. So we'll get rid of this barracks here so that they can't make use of it. The Sultan's racing track. So at some point, a Middle Eastern faction actually, maybe the Mongols actually got Moscow, and he must have taken it back. I'd say get rid of it. They'll just rebuild it. There's no point keeping this here. It'll get destroyed automatically. Master Merchants Guild. That's a shame to lose this, but we're going to lose the settlement anyway, so get rid of that. Armorer. Not that big of a deal if they've got it or not, but let's just get rid of it. I guess they could keep all the other stuff there. That's fine. So at least it's not completely infrastructurally destroyed when and if he ever comes back. Just turn the sound back on there, because yeah, demolishing those buildings is a bit loud. Alright, so what we should do, I think, is try to take our forces from here. Just leave behind... leave behind maybe just one unit of archers. That one's got some experience, but experience doesn't matter so much with the archers. You don't want to use up all of your movement if you're going to try to hide in the forest, otherwise they actually won't go into ambush. But the whole point of going into ambush is not to ambush them, but to just hide so we can sneak out of here. You know what we should probably do? We should maybe actually sneak over to Ukraine and I don't know, have a special military operation. Just shit. Okay, so if you stand there, yeah, okay, that's good. I'm actually not sure exactly how many movement points you need to have, but I know he's in ambush stance now. Here's the problem though. If anyone comes into this tile here, we'll ambush them, or have a chance to ambush them, so I don't want to do that. That being said,
all that is left for us.
Okay, get rid of this one, because I'm just using that one as a scout. If I get one tile over, they're very unlikely to catch us. But I don't know if we're going to be in ambush stance.
With honor.
Okay, cool. We're good. Yeah, I'm pretty sure as long as you've got some movement left, they'll remain that way. I very rarely need to ever do this, so I don't have it memorized exactly what all the conditions are for it. Whatever the taxes are, I might as well just leave it on very high taxes so that it riots. So that, I don't know, they've got problems that they have to deal with. Because if we ever look at their finances as well, it's probably ridiculously rich. Yeah, they've got a ton of cash in reserve. It's not going to make a big difference, but anything we can do to slow them down will make a tiny bit of difference. Alright, so yeah, so what we're going to do is, we're going to invade Ukraine. Because it's the closest, easiest place to go to. Maybe that's what they thought in real life. They're like, oh, what's the easiest place to invade? Let's go there. And it didn't work out so well, did it? Okay, so, yeah, we'll get some peasant archers. Actually, no, the woodsmen are cheaper in upkeep. We've got plenty of money, but we just don't have, recruitment capabilities. So yeah, we're not giving Crimea back, and they can Crimea River. Let's go and find out what the hell's going on over here. Should I get a spy? Do we have any spies elsewhere? No, we just got priests. Okay, a spy would be really helpful. Let's grab one. Spear militia or arch militia? What do we got in here? Get another arch militia. Balance it out a little bit. Okay. Yeah, we need to concentrate our forces through the Donbass. We're just gonna meat wave assault through here, are we? God damn it, this is bloody familiar. Okay, so it's gonna take us a few turns to get there. Alright, there's pretty much nothing else I can do. So there must be a jihad going for Constantinople. The names of the cities are a little bit different, which usually they're localized for whatever country is in, which I have no idea. Alright, well, that's all I can really do. I can maybe construct some stuff over here, maybe. Because we've got plenty of money. Let's get some stables so we can get some Kazakhs. It'll take them 2 turns to get done. Don't worry too much about economic stuff. Basically, going to use a wartime economy, and don't worry about civilian economy. We're just gonna hopefully we're gonna plunder something because we need some cash in order to get some mercenaries when we get down here. Okay, maybe we could, whatever. Let's just move on to the next turn. So, the Venetians are currently a bit busy with this jihad, so hopefully... What's going on here? They must be having to make a lot of decisions if it's taken that long. What's going on? See Legion's Guild, no. You come on! On top of this? Oh god, NATO's arrived. I mean, no, it's Tato. The Timurids, no, that doesn't work. Alright, where did they arrive? Well, whatever. We're getting the fuck out of here anyway, aren't we? Shit! God damn it. I tell you what, let the Mongols and the Timurids, let them sort it out. I mean, they're not even, it's not even part of our victory conditions anyway. Constantinople and I guess that's Jerusalem. I mean, that's where it's pointed at here. Those are the regions you got to go for. You still got 80 turns, so it's still possible to win the campaign. They didn't besiege the settlement. Honestly, letting it revolt could actually be the best thing, because that way it'll be a big garrison full of rebels, and they might even just leave it. Maybe. Alright. Alright, well... If we're going through here, I mean, we don't know what's through there, so if we keep sending a scout through... We didn't get any plague notification. Or maybe we did, I just wasn't paying attention. Still only got 2 family members. There's some dudes here, well, some kids that are... Oh god, you gotta wait quite a while for that. And we're unlikely to get any man of the hours, because we only got 3 settlements. That's not gonna cut it.
Yes.
What's our authority?
An honor to serve.
That's not good. God damn it. Alright.
An honor to serve, my lord.
Looks like we might suffer a fair bit of desertion. God damn it, this has got too many parallels to real life. How are we going to do this? If we can just get units to Kiev, we should be fine. I mean, it doesn't look like there's much here.
Yes.
But yeah, I don't know. Should probably get some intel.
Of course, my lord.
So we are at war with them, aren't we? Yeah. Okay.
An honor to serve, my lord.
Because another thing that we could potentially do is pop down a fort here, because you pop it down anywhere. Leave a unit behind so they'll besiege it. It just buys us time to get our escape. We really need to consolidate our forces here. Unfortunately, because the Timurids have arrived here, it seems pretty likely that Sarkol is next on the chopping block. Not much we can really do about that. I'm going to make Crimea our capital. Because, yeah, we're definitely going to lose this. Right? Well, we'll see what happens. I'll leave it on low taxes and we'll just see. Because if they... No. We might as well just abandon it. We can't hold on to it. There's no point. I mean, even if I recruit a few units in here, it's not going to make any difference whatsoever. Alright. I'm going to take the units that we've got from here and just send them over and I'm just basically fingers crossed that they don't defect. Because that's basically what we're doing here. Is just fingers crossed tactics. Please don't abandon us. Okay, I promise I can pay you. I promise I'll pay. Alright, so yeah, just get whatever we can going and just send it in. Because there's no way we're going to hold off against the Timurids. It's fucking ridiculous. So just get whatever troops we can out of Sarkol and head towards Ukraine. And then from here, just go somewhere else because the Timurids are going to be right behind us. And yeah, we'll just have to hope we're quicker than them, basically. Should we get a merchant? Actually, a merchant might not be a bad idea. Because at least it'll make us some money while we're gone. Maybe even a diplomat so that I can get a peace treaty with the Mongols. And we'll see how that goes. We'll need to keep recruiting from here. Just get whatever we can. Don't worry about another merchant from there. I just desperately need troops. No point recruiting here because they're never going to get out of there. Now, just got to figure out how we're going to get them out of here without the Mongols right behind us. Because what I really need is probably you, Faction Heir, to team up with this one here because you're loyal. You should be because he's the heir. If you could be attached into this one here, then there's no chance of them defecting. But we want to be as far away from here as possible, but it's just have to hope. Also, there's another little trick. If you stand on an enemy watchtower, you'll actually gain the line of sight of the watchtower. So if I put this one here, the AI doesn't have line of sight, but at least we can see there's nothing in the area, so we should be safe here. But cavalry units, like generals, they're going to move a little bit faster than infantry. So that guy will have to keep these guys in check while you get down over here. The king cannot defect, so we don't have to worry about him. And yeah, just got to consolidate our force, hit this area, and then probably get hungry for Hungary. Alright. Alright, let's see what we can do with that. Okay. So now that it's like that, it's weird that they didn't attack our units there.
Orders, my king.
Well, at least they don't have it. That's the main thing. Honestly, that's the best case scenario.
An honor to serve.
Alright, well, it's only a matter of time before the Timurids arrive, but going through here does take a little while, so I assume they're somewhere around here now. Also, they don't get as many armies as the Mongols. It's just their armies are better. Alright, so, yeah, just basically have like a huge chain of just units making their way through here. I've always found that the larger the army that isn't commanded by a general, the higher the chance of defection. But I don't know, that could just be a coincidence. Alright.
Yes.
Alright, you seem okay. Can you? No, you can't make it to there.
An honor to
And they're
serve.
buffing up their defenses. But it's all just like infantry, so that's not difficult to deal with. As long as I can actually get some cavalry
My lord.
to it, should be okay.
Yes.
So get some intel over there. I need to see what's going on.
Orders, my king. If there was, yes. An honor to serve, my lord.
Yep, just keep them coming. Alright, yeah, just keep sending more units like this over here. Some of them will defect, some of them... Well, maybe they won't defect, we'll see. Okay, yeah, so got them coming in, cool. I just need everything that I can possibly get out of Sarkor before the Timurids arrive. Just keep pumping it over this way.
An honor to serve, my lord.
I don't think we should go with, like, hit Kiev with this. I don't think it's enough. Because by the time we get there, it's still like several turns. There could be some Mongols over this way as well. Whereas if we go down here, it seems a lot safer. We can cross the river in this location and be teamed up with these ones. They should be able to catch up with us in time. So yeah, just go down to here.
With honor. Set watch.
Okay.
We rest here,
So it
man.
is what it is. Just gotta deal with it. Alright. Do we have time to get this built? Probably wouldn't bother with it. Because yeah, look, we're gonna lose this. Let's be real. I mean, they might go south and destroy the Byzantines. That might happen. I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see. But yeah, I don't really want to invest too much money into this because we've got a decent amount. But here's the thing: if you're not making money, you will eventually run out. Especially if you just overspend. And we're giving up all our oil money out here. Fucking Mongols froze all our bank accounts. Oh yeah, I left this guy here.
Orders, my king.
No point besieging that, so just...
My lord.
Oh, there's my agents. Merchant for wood. 26... Yeah, okay, this is actually... pretty shit, no matter where we go. But Legend, you said merchants would be good.
Leaving our troop.
It'll only take about 20 turns to get a return on investment.
My lord.
Get rid of this one.
An honor to serve, my lord.
Alright. That is what it is. Just go to...
Orders, my king. Yes. An honor to serve.
Okay, if I
Orders.
put you
An
there,
honor to serve,
you
my
can
lord.
team up there.
Forward.
Good.
Orders, my king.
Alright, then just keep them
Move
coming.
out. Of course.
Mass migration, here we come.
An honor to serve.
Alright, and...
Orders, my king. Men?
Yep.
Yes. Move out.
Keep it coming. Need troops. Okay, and the spy.
Sire.
Just really needed to see what's going on over here. I don't necessarily need to open the gates.
Moving into position. Until morning, Lord.
But yeah, just seeing if there's another army in the area here.
Orders.
Alright.
An honor
Just gotta
to
get this
serve.
organized a little bit. How's our finances now? Yeah, we're gonna decay if we don't... Look, when we sack Kiev, assuming we win, we should make a fair bit of money from that. And what is going on here? I mean, they've... Oh, the Mongols have actually made their way over to Constantinople as well.
Once you
Oh, that means they could have any number of armies between here and there. God damn it. Well, it is what it is. Just gotta deal with it. Oh my god, Legend, you haven't fought a single battle yet. trying to get some damn armies together. He didn't have fucking anything. Ah, finally. Okay, we have a new lord. And luckily he's very loyal, so that's very handy. So, suitable husband for Petrova of Odeov. Hang on, I need to know where she's going to go. Or he's going to go. No, don't worry about Thea's girl. That's not important right now. So, it's going to go to our capital because... Hang on, what was her name? Petrova of Odeov. I need to know whose daughter she is. Okay. Well, my father's dead, so most likely this guy's gonna go to the capital. Is that where we want him to go? I guess so. Yep. Okay. Cool. All right. So take all of them because I need all the troops we can get. And actually, now that he's here, we could. Hang on, let's look over here. They're neutral. Yeah, I don't think I want to stay in this area at all. I was just thinking about maybe hiring a boat and sailing over here to go and snatch it, but it's a citadel, so that'd be really good for troops. We could pump them out from there. I mean, the Timurids probably will take quite some time to get over there, but the thing is, we just don't have that much here. And if that's a citadel, there's only 5 units in there, but what if there's a whole bunch sitting out here? We just don't have any intel there, that's the problem. We do have Barges here. Alright, I'd say let's give this a shot. Let's go for it. I'll go for that. I mean, it's a citadel, so we could actually get some good troops from there. Alright, now, if I just bring you out for a moment, let me just see if there's any... Okay, I was hoping there'd be some mercenary ships so I can just get going now, but there isn't. So, stay there. We'll recruit you some more... You just get one ship and probably some spears because we're likely to go up against cavalry. And I'll actually send these back. No, because they won't make in time. They'll just slow us down. Let's just keep them coming this way. All right.
My lord, an honor to serve, my lord. Orders, my king.
Good. Good. Get them all together.
An honor to serve. Yes.
All right. Good.
My lord. Orders, my king.
Okay. Good. Well, we got a full stack here. Oh, well, sort of. If I press M, it would merge it all. Still same number of units, well, entities. It just consolidates it. Since we don't auto-replenish, there's no point keeping them that way. All right. Yeah, just keep this going. We've got no indication of where the Timurids are right now, but I'm pretty sure they're on the way. Actually, if we have a look at the Byzantines... If they end up going to war with the Timurids, we'll know they went down south. But I'd say that's pretty unlikely. Just keep this chain going.
Move out. We go no further.
And yeah, like I said, we're bleeding money out of our ass, but we're only 2 turns away from getting to Kiev. I might be able to besiege it next turn, maybe. Are there any mercenaries in the area? No. But still. Right now what we need is military, because we gotta punch a hole straight through Eastern Europe. No. The reason why we don't want him to get married is it actually creates the possibility for children, obviously. Here's the thing. If we want generals' bodyguards, now, kids take, 32 turns? And I'm not entirely sure about this, it's just a suspicion, and I wouldn't normally do this in a campaign, but since we're fucking desperate, I have to assume a couple of things. If we have a son that takes up the position for a possible general, but for 32 turns. So, sorry dude, you're gonna have to be celibate for now. I'm just not 100% sure on that. You can get married once this is all sorted. Merchant Guild, that's not going to help us out right now. It's only be a small increase in our income. It just wouldn't be worth it right this very second. Alright.
An honor to serve, my lord.
Alright, so I could send these two to go and besiege the settlement. And if we kept... Well, if they sallied out... Well, they won't. Oh, hang on, I can send this one as well.
An orders, an honor to serve, my
I've got an idea. Got an idea.
My lord.
All right, I got an idea. Let's see
honor
here.
to serve,
I'm
my
gonna
lord.
take the king, the Grand
Honor
Duke,
to serve, my lord.
and I'm gonna move him over to here.
With honor,
Besiege that.
confronting the enemy honorably, my lord. Yes,
Okay,
my
we're not going to be able to assault with that, but what I'm hoping is that we can
An honor to
get them to
serve.
sally out. So, now I take
An
these
honor
two
to
here,
serve.
because they're the only ones that will actually reach, and we put them here.
Orders, my king.
The bounce power will probably still not be in our favor,
Yes, my king. Yes,
but...
of course. We move on.
If it's all infantry in here, it should be fine. I'm going to get 2 generals bodyguard and a
An
Kazakh
honor to
unit.
serve,
Should be
my
okay.
Orders, my king.
Okay, let's
Forward.
get them over here.
Move out. Yes.
Gonna move it.
Done.
Okay,
March.
and then we're gonna need intel on what we're gonna need to do after this as well.
Moving
So probably
quietly.
ERC over here. Oh, I should have recruited the thing from... Oh, that's not gonna make any difference.
Where to?
Because, yeah, I need to get my best units from here. Alright, so maybe now with them, since we've got enough troops there, send them down this way. I'll have a ship ready for them. Yeah. Okay. So these ones get to here.
Yes, my lord.
Well, hopefully we don't get sunk over the end
Honor
turn.
to serve.
Alright, take everything, because we'll still keep
Yes.
recruiting. And public order is going to be okay. Actually, I should probably increase the tax rates a little bit there. Yeah, I need all the troops I can get. Just bring them in. Bombard, probably don't need it. It slows us down too much. Alright, and then we need to get them over here. Luckily, we're not at war with the Turks. Right. Oh, a bombard would be good to get in there straight away, but we don't have time to wait around for that. How long would it take to build? 3 turns, and yeah, possible slows on the approach. No, we need to move fast. While the siege attacker would be good, we just don't have time. I'm just gonna have to make do with what we've got here and just hope there's not elite units in here, because it's only 4 units in there. I just don't know what's in there. That's all. All right, so these ones now will make their way over to here.
Forward.
Change
Orders,
directions.
my king.
Head over here. You
My
keep
lord.
going.
Forward.
Yeah. And we'll get them to meet up here. So what I intend to do here is occupy this, well, sack it obviously, use this as a base operation to pick up some better units, and then sail them over here towards Constantinople or maybe Nicaea. We'll see.
An honor. Yes, my lord. Orders, my king.
All right, and
Move out.
we're going broke pretty soon. Well, if I manage to sack this settlement over the end turn, then that'll pay for a couple of turns worth of this bullshit. Okay, let's move on. So hopefully they do sally out. I think that they will, but I'm not 100% sure. Yeah. Alright, good. There's no general in there, so that's a big plus. Good, there's no cavalry. They do have some pretty good units in here, though. Dismounted feudal knights. So, the way to overcome this, kill that general, kill that captain. So they got 1, 2, 3, 4 units of Pavis crossbow militia. Once we get rid of them, I reckon the rest of this shouldn't be too hard.
With strength and honor, men, we shall find victory.
Okay, so obviously I need to get our forces together. Let's go. Also, one of the great things about when a sally out happens, what makes it so cheesy, is because they run after you, and so they get really exhausted. Now, I don't care about their combat stats. That actually doesn't matter that much at all. What matters is their morale, and if they're exhausted, that will affect their morale. Now, it'll affect our morale as well, but if we don't break, it doesn't matter. It will affect our charge speed. Alright, just run there and then stop. Alright, head over to here. Ah, well. That's not great. If you could get organized first, that would be really helpful. Because, yeah, they won't charge properly like that. If they're in a cluster like that, this could actually be the best opportunity for us because they're not going to fire effectively, and if we cause a rout, it could cause a chain rout and just get the whole lot of them in one go. Now, I don't know how tired they are, but I've got to assume they're at least somewhat tired. Now, even with our Kazakhs here, I know they're horse archers, but it's still worth it to use them as melee cavalry here because it'll stop them, hopefully, from shooting back at us, which they have vastly got superior missiles. And also, because they're crossbows, they rip our generals to shreds. So what we're trying to do here... like, feign the charge in there like he did at the start. Well, it was like a semi-charge. So I gotta get... That's the general there. I can tell because it's got 121... units in it. If we can kill that guy, that'd be really good. Yeah, so the crossbows are... Oh, we got him. Right off the bat. That's fantastic. That's it. Okay, we're seeing a fair few units waver. Watch out for the spearmen, obviously, because they're quite dangerous. Come on, hurry up, hurry up. Don't worry about them. Okay, now there was a fair few Venetian crossbow militia, Pavese crossbow militia, and it looks like that's going all pretty well for us here. That's good. Make sure that one doesn't rally. Because yeah, once we get rid of all their Pavese crossbowmen, we can shoot the dismounted feudal knights a little bit at least. Yeah, he's trying to eat up for the arse there. Watch out, watch out, watch out. And what's going on with this one? So far, so good. We haven't killed that many of them yet, but we are winning. I mean, the bounce power's not in our favor, but we've done pretty well so far. Like I said, the Pavese crossbow militia was my top priority. And those are getting dealt with. We've killed the enemy general. Oh, shit. Yeah, I guess one of the problems here is that our king is actually not that good of a commander. Don't charge into that, that'd be a big mistake. You need to get around, get over here again. Charge in on this. Okay, cool. Yeah, send them around this way to go meet up with him. These ones should all be really tired by now, which is good for us. Can I get in there? No. Have to wait for them to rally and come back out, but they're not going to be much of a threat now. Alright, so I think pretty much all of the Pavese crossbow militia have been not necessarily wiped out, but they're eliminated for now, because those other ones, their morale's going to be terrible. So this isolated unit over here. Yeah, that'd be the best option to go after, I think. Just hit him in the rear, and he should just break straight away.
Our Our men have fought long and are becoming tired.
Yeah, they won't run him down because they can't see the way in. It's just a weird pathfinding issue. It's in Rome Total War as well. But if the gate's open, then we can get in that way and actually... We can actually run them down if we've actually captured the gatehouse. It's just a bit weird. So I think what it does, it predicts the path that they're going. And if you can't follow the same path that they are, that they're trying to go through, then they stop, basically. Okay, now I don't want to go in here because we can't charge properly, and going up against high morale units and spearmen, we're going to want that charge bonus. Yeah, most of the feudal knights have been wiped out. I think it's largely thanks to the Kazakhs. So I reckon we can get them to break by charging in like this. Why do they have such good morale? What's going on with them? Do they have a lot of experience? Oh, that'd be why. Okay, yeah. See, experience in this gives most of its bonuses to morale. So you're having an experienced unit, that's yeah, makes a big difference. Alright. Wait. Hang on, the Italian militia is still just wavering. It's the dismounted feudal knights that are broken. Still, we killed a lot of them because they're still a very basic unit. Out of ammo. And there's still one more unit over here of spearmen. Okay, cool. Yeah, they're totally exhausted now, so it's a lot easier for us to break them. Don't let that guy rally. Now, sometimes you can lure them out into the edges of the map and then just run into the city and capture it that way. Could have done that, I think, in this situation. Come on, you don't. What's your damn problem? Right, good. Ah, crap. They're trying to get into the city. We have to charge at them now before they get in here. They'll likely break straight away because they're tired and the general's dead. There we go. Running them down just so we get as many captors as possible because they may get the opportunity to execute them. But that's a war crime. Largely because we need some dread. Chivalry's not going to help us out much here. We need dread.
Faith and courage have made us victorious.
Yeah, I'm more after the money than anything else.
Way to claim these lands. Victory!
Alright, so let me just skip AI movement. Although sometimes it's really useful to follow AI movement just because good to know what they're up to. Alright. Whatever. I didn't know, and I wouldn't have done it even if I did. Wait, what did it say about the Mongols? Oh, okay. Huh. Well, that's interesting. Interesting. Yeah, the Mongols and the Timurids went towards each other. Maybe we might actually hold on to Sarkal after all. I really want to know what's going on over there. I mean, I could turn off the fog of war. But, that's cheating. Alright, so we got Kiev, but we're not staying here.
That is cowardly. Fight me!
That army doesn't look as dangerous as it did before. Maybe get this diplomat over here and let's see about maybe getting a peace treaty with them.
My master will reward me for your death. That is cowardly. Fight me! My master will reward me for
Let me have a
your
look at
death.
this. How strong are they? Yeah, they've been picking up pace. Okay. Definitely not worth it to fight the Mongols compared to anyone else. Hungary over here. Damn, that looks good. Tasty. One unit sitting in these settlements, and it's a fortress and a large city, so that could be worth even more to sack. They got a citadel over here with loads of troops. We're already at war with them. So holding onto Kiev, is it worth it? I could pick up a couple of troops. Makes us a little bit of cash. We made a bit through sacking it, but you know, we definitely don't have enough to deal with the Mongols. Letting them capture this, I don't know. It's fine, I guess. Maybe I could offer it to them in a trade agreement for peace. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Alright, you guys keep making your way down here.
Orders, my king.
And
March.
keep these coming. I know our finances aren't exactly fixed, but do what we can.
Yes, my lord.
There's General's bodyguard there. Alright, so there's 5 units, and we have 8. And piece of shit 8 as well.
An honor to serve, my lord.
I've got an idea. It's a bit of a long shot, but it's basically the same thing as what we did over here, but hang on, how's his authority?
An honor to serve, my lord.
Still a 3. I think it's worth a shot.
My lord.
Okay, we put them here.
Move out.
Don't besiege with them.
Where to?
And then you...
An honor to serve, my lord.
Yeah, if you take them off the boat, you can actually bypass all zones of control. Like this. It's a bit weird.
Da. Where to?
But if I, you know, not using exploits... Well, I guess I am kind of. If we stay there...
As ordered. An
Can
honor
land
to serve,
here.
my lord. Yes.
Besiege it. Yep.
An honor to serve, my lord. Honor and courage, soldiers.
Okay, hang on.
March to war.
There's a good chance that they'll sally out. I think there's a really good chance. Because they don't take these units here into consideration unless they're standing 1 tile from you. So, yeah, it's just weird. I think getting a Turkoman unit would be... Which is technically the weakest? A Turkopole might be better. Because I think it's the same amount of missile attack. Yeah. These are definitely better units, but we want to not have a lot of balance of power, because otherwise they won't sally out against us. And assaulting a citadel, I'd much rather have them sally out and beat them out in the field, because we've actually got cavalry superiority now that we got those mercenaries, and once we kill him, the rest of these wouldn't be too difficult. So what we need to do is just get over to here, hopefully get him away from the rest of his army, kill him, and then the rest of them should fall quite easily. Recruit whatever we can from this area as quickly as we can, and use that to head over to Constantinople. Use it as a recruiting base.
An honor to serve, my lord. An honor to serve.
Alright, now... What we could do to slow them down... I mean, they might have artillery. It doesn't look like it because they're moving quite quick. I could send this guy back over to here, and actually put...
That is cowardly. Fight me.
Put a fort here. Maybe on the other side, actually. Could do both. So that it takes him longer to get across.
An honor to serve, my lord. Yes.
Yeah, I'll put it on the other side. Okay, so you are going to leave. You're going to here. But the slowest unit, we're going to take... Yeah, take all of them. Okay, so they can reach here. I want to make sure that our Duke can actually... Yeah, okay, they can. Alright, you get to about here.
Moving to engage.
And then you get in there. And then you can go there as well. And you, that's good. And you, good. They won't make it. That's fine.
An honor, my lord.
Forward orders, my king.
Okay, then
An
you come
honor
over to
to
here,
serve, my lord.
build the fort.
Yes. Building a fort. Orders, my king.
These guys over to here, and then you into the fort, so
My
that
master
if
will reward me for your death.
yeah, it's just going to take them a lot longer to get to Kiev that way.
An
That's
honor
all.
to serve, my lord.
It buys us a bit of time. We get to hold on to it. Yeah, now we're the reverse. We're no longer Russia. We've just switched to just straight up being the Kievan Rus. We're Ukraine now, sort of. Not really. So now let's see if we can resist the central Mongol invasion, which is basically what Ukraine is doing right now, sort of. That's not very nice. Okay. Who fucking cares? All right, so let's keep the taxes at normal. It's fine. And yeah, recruit as much as we can, and nah, Bombards are just too slow. I do like him in like comfortable positions, but since we're not in a comfortable position, I don't think it's a good idea. All right, how's the religion here? Yeah, that's fine. I don't desperately need to do anything about that. Yeah, just get that, I guess. Okay. So we'll arrive over here next. Actually, I could send the cavalry up ahead to besiege it first.
We march to battle.
Potentially.
Oh, yes, my lord. Move out.
And yeah, keep these guys coming. That's
Yes.
it.
Oh, yes.
Alright, how's our finances? Bad. Yeah, we're losing $1 grand a turn at the moment. Just in like wages.
Honor to serve,
Is what it is.
my
Just
lord.
go deal with it. Because we've got to migrate the fuck out of here. He's, 145 turns. Well, 150 turns. Definitely not ready for the the Timurids and the Mongols simultaneously. So let the Timurids and Mongols kill each other while we go get some riches down here, and then come back over here when it's actually worth it. Okay, and I don't see any... Oh, hang on. What about over here? Should I get more troops? I mean, probably not. I mean, these are basic-ass troops, and we're starting to run low on money, so maybe instead just leave that for now. Definitely build this, because we'll just build up the recruitment pool. Actually, there's heaps of archers in reserve. And how many free units do we have? 4. Oh, alright, get them. Alright, we'll see how that goes. Let's move on. If they ask for peace, I'll accept it.
I bear a message that you would be wise to heed.
But Legend, you said you'd accept it. Yeah, but I'm Russia. I'm gonna ask for unreasonable demands, okay? Okay, so I demand way more territory than I have any right to ask for. So no, just I just want money. So make a demand. So they're poor. So I'm not gonna. You can't ask for more than what they've actually got. They'll just instantly reject it. They won't. They won't negotiate. I doubt I'll be able to ask for any territory, but let's just see. Yeah, I doubt I'll be able to get Venice off them. Jerusalem is only considered demanding. Let's see if we are. The thing is, I don't know how well any of these are developed, so we'll just have a look. Yeah, no, I doubt we're gonna get any of that. What we could do instead is ask for regular tribute, and of course demand that they don't join NATO, and give them those security guarantees. I mean, that's 10 grand. That's considered balanced. They probably won't accept that with our reputation. Untrustworthy. Seems about right. So let's go with 500 for 5 turns. Yeah, usually when it comes to me with this game, usually has to be generous. Otherwise, they won't accept it.
We cannot quite accept this.
Well, okay, that's fine. I mean, I thought getting 1,000 was asking for too much, so I'm happy with that. The thing is, I'm
happy these days.
I'm gonna backstab him. You know, I'm gonna be a little friendly.
Farewell.
It's a ceasefire. It's not a peace treaty, okay? They get a couple of turns when we don't have any troops near them anyway, because they're all dead, fighting Mongols, giving us time to collect ourselves. Why is this too much like real life? Okay, so Just want to make sure that's not an AI control. Sometimes it's weird with it. Alright, this seems fine. Let's fight it manually.
God will deliver those who stand courageous.
And look, peace talks were in Turkey. Actually, no, it wasn't. The diplomat was in Sarakal.
Await my order.
Alright, so we got a skedaddle. Use this guy here primarily on the enemy general. Because he's the only unit that's actually dangerous. The other ones don't matter. Don't have our guys move. Want them to be nice and fresh. So what we do is, rather than just run through here, because the Ottoman infantry would rip us to shreds, we have to go wide around this way. That gives them more time to get their general away from their infantry. And hopefully get him exhausted. Also, high ground here. That could be useful. Alright, look. The Turkopoles are way faster than General's bodyguard, so send him up ahead so he doesn't get caught by them. But let's mess him around with this one here. Don't start shooting just yet. Won't be accurate from this position. Right, so from there. Now, obviously, we've got a fair bit of armor to have to penetrate, but honestly, every kill that we get is worth it, especially if it's essentially free. I don't think we've killed... Yeah, we haven't killed any of them yet. But because they've got multiple hit points, it's quite likely we're knocking them down a little bit. And yeah, Turkopoles are able to just run circles around these guys. No problem. Just watch out for Ottoman infantry, because they've got long-range missiles. Alright, we've killed one. Used up a third of our ammo. Part of the problem is as well, they're in this sort of loose formation. Yeah, I'm not worried at all about the dismounted Sipahi lancers. If we kill the enemy general, they're going to be counted for nothing. Also, I have no idea what difficulty this guy is playing on. I would assume it's a lower difficulty, just because of how well he's done the campaign. Because here's the thing. The difficulty in Medieval 2, the difference between easy and very hard is, I don't even know. Like, it's negligible. Like, I wouldn't be able to guess what difficulty it's on. Because, yeah, I can't find out. Actually, no, there is ways of finding out. I wouldn't be able to find out what the battle difficulty is. But there is a little bit of a way to find out the campaign difficulty by having a look at population boom, because on lower difficulties you get more of a population boom bonus than you do on higher difficulties, which is really subtle, but that's about the only way I can find out. Because yeah, he didn't put it in the email. So yeah, killed a handful of them. But, you know, if none of these guys die, then like I said, it's basically free. Alright, let's start getting set up. Oh yeah, Russian troops are great. They don't even have skill trim. Like every other fucking spearman unit in the game. Law-friendly Russians. Not good soldiers. Legend, that's mean. Got excellent cavalry though, I'll give them that. Good. So obviously we want them to charge into our spears. Subtitle's still hanging around. Can't really do anything about resisting the charge. Just brace. Yeah, good job. Good job. Probably because half of their army is still hanging back over here. Or half of their unit. It's fine. Yeah, we can't risk this guy's life in this battle. So, spearmen are easy to replace. Send them in. Oh, man, they did a lot of damage and
something changes in the course of
we
battle.
didn't really do
For
any.
defeat seems almost certain.
I don't think there's a single one of them dead there. At least their infantry is massively lagging behind. That's really important. Alright, good. That's it. Because, yeah, I also need to make sure he's in decent shape to be able to actually stop running. You need to recover some fatigue. Same thing with you, I guess. Just let spearmen handle this. You don't need to rotate these ones around. They can actually shoot in a 360-degree range. Yeah, recover some fatigues, because this is what I need you to be dealing with. Alright, stop firing. I want you to try to recover your fatigue. They're already exhausted. The other unit that we could have gotten, the Turkmens, they had good stamina, so I probably wouldn't have been exhausted. But like I said, I need to make sure that the balance of power was good enough for them so that they would actually make the attack. That guy still wiped out like a full unit spread out across all of these. Almost. Stop. Because, yeah, shooting does actually tire them out. Good. He's gone from tired to winded. That's helpful. Alright, we haven't killed the enemy general yet. And I was hoping to have done so before we charge into them. Come on, he's surely nearly dead. Ah, god damn it. Alright, I'm just going to have to charge into those Ottoman infantry. At least they should be quite exhausted. God damn. This guy here. Freaking legendary lord. Come on, buddy, kill him.
The enemy
There we go. That'll cause them to rout.
Will break his men's resolve.
Just give it a moment. Okay, because the leadership penalty isn't applied instantly. It takes a moment to kick in. Oh, look at that. They're actually not breaking. Alright, now's actually a good opportunity to use flaming attack because it causes morale shock on them. Yeah, morale penalty. Just a little bit.
For the moment, the fortune of battle goes our way. Let us pray it remains as such.
Because yeah, if you ever look at the Ottoman infantry, okay, they actually don't have good morale. Wait. What's their experience? 0. And they should be really quite tired. Okay, well, our guys won't run down their troops. But if we rout this one here, then it's over.
Look how our cowardly foe runs.
Yeah, run them down.
Time to press the attack.
Yeah, we need dread. And even though they're struggling with it, we should be able to get them to... Oh, I'm taking casualties while doing this. Maybe not worth it.
All civilized peoples will be all...
Well, we got the city. That's the most important thing there.
Strength and honor.
That's a good amount of money as well, especially considering it's a castle. Sack that.
Praise God for this
And
gift of
I guess we
victory.
just need to find out how long it's going to take before we actually get some troops out of there. Alright, so... Benefactor Grand Duke Sidor. Let's see. He is here,
An honor to
which
serve,
means he'll come in from here. That's fine. Yeah, okay, cool. Alright, okay, that's fine. So what's going on over here? Because yeah, the Mongols and Timurids declared war on each other, but... See, if you right-click on the land, it tells you who the true owner is, but it doesn't update on the mini-map until you actually go over there, but it's still owned by the Mongols there. Alright, what do we got here? There are actually a couple of troops we can recruit, so that's good.
Orders,
My lord.
Okay. Alright, well, in terms of overall territories, we're down 1. We're up 2, so we're up 1, essentially.
at once.
Yeah, I'm glad I didn't try to go for this.
You may speak, but I should not expect us to agree.
Yeah, okay. What if I gave you a settlement? I'm not saying I'm going to do it, I'm just curious. What if I gave you Kiev? Yeah. Yeah, okay, so... I could just... Maybe? Maybe this will work, probably not.
No, we do not agree on this day.
I become their vassal. They give me 5,000. Hang on, let me just see. This could work in my favor if I ask for a settlement instead. Okay, hang on. This could be good as long as I play my hand right. The thing is with Ryazan, it is right where their forces are. They'll just attack me again straight away and it'll be for nothing. Apart from the fact they'll have to attack a castle. I'll probably get a bunch of free units put in there. Because that's where we are right now. Whereas if I go for something like Helsinki, they don't want to give that up. Smolensk is closer to where our current position is. And it's further away from the Timurids. But I have no idea what the quality is. It doesn't really matter as long as they consider it generous. I'll sweeten the deal a little bit and give them... I don't really have anything to offer them. Bribe? No, I don't have enough money. We can see if this works. I think it's a pretty low chance. I mean, it says generous, but we'll see.
Your plan.
Okay, well, guess what? I just submitted to the Mongols,
You show much
but
understanding.
I scored myself a city in the process. Now, I can backstab them whenever I want. Now, another thing you got to keep in mind is that we pay them tribute, and I'm not entirely sure how much it is because in my own campaigns I don't fucking get into these situations, but we don't pay them tribute if we're not making any money. That's the big thing. So now they're our allies. And we got all these units for free. And we're actually making a profit. We've got to stop that. So immediately lower all taxes everywhere. And recruit everything from everywhere that we possibly can. So that I could just run myself up some massive amounts of debt. Not debt, just basically, I need to put all my money into a bank account and hide it from the Mongols. Hide my Russian assets. Where's the UAE? I don't know. Okay. Alright, what's the most expensive building you got? Earl Stable? Alright, done deal. Okay, that hides a huge portion of it. And then what we do is we just cancel it next term when we need the money. You've seen me money launder before in a Total War game. You know how it works. Another thing that we could do is, once you've already spent one turn constructing something, the money is locked in. But if you do this, for example, see how it's not taking the money out? But what you can do instead, let's see, what's the most expensive building here? This one, it looks like. If you put that in front of it, boom, money laundered. Or more like hidden. Mongols be like, so, where's our tribute? Oh, I'm so poor, I got no money. Yeah. But that's not Russian accent. I'm not even going to attempt it. Alright,
God's servant.
yeah, you get your ass down here.
An honor to serve, my lord.
Alright, well, let's go help the, this is Moldova, right? Yeah, the people of Moldova, let's help them do an election. Okay, so what? Let's see. So yeah, could I? No, we couldn't besiege it even if we wanted to. None of our guys can make it there.
My king. An honor to serve, my lord.
We're still at war with them. We didn't get pulled out of it just because we... Yeah, because anyone that they're allied with, we get pulled out of it. When we're their vassal. Yeah, okay. So, yeah, just stand over here.
Yes.
I may not have needed to put away that much money. Okay, hang on. What are we going to do with Smolensk? So this here is a fortress against the Mongols. Fortify. Fortify. Because, yeah, they can fucking take it straight back off us if they want. And they might just do that. They might just turn straight back around and attack. And cavalry, while they're really good on the field, are not the best in a siege. But can sometimes be really helpful to run them down if we win. See, they don't have a ton of force over here. So it's reasonable to expect that they're probably not going to besiege us. So these are Javelin Cav. Yeah. Okay, I really didn't need to launder that money, did I? Okay. Wasn't as rich as I thought. Because it would be good if we could take the forces from here as well and go and capture other Mongol strongholds out this way. You know, if the Timurids really did go out here, I really need to find out where they are. I'm not going to send a unit to go check them out. I need a spy. Alright, I'll recruit another spy here. Because it said that they were showing up here, but I think sometimes they show up here and here. That's their only enemy now. Let's have a look at their military ranking, see if they've engaged with each other. It looks like they haven't actually clashed. I don't know how they managed to declare war on one another then. Alright, we've also got this over here. What are we doing? Yeah, we already put some troops for that.
My lord.
Alright, what are we doing? Where are we going? So if we go around over this way, we're allied to the Byzantines. And that's under siege. Who are they at war with? Pretty safe to assume it's the Turks besieging them. How strong are the Turks? And should we bother with this? Probably not.
Yes.
Okay, there's a number of ways on their way to Trebizond. Under Trebizond. They come through here or through there. So we could set up forts to block it off. Or we could just just sit here and recruit a bunch of stuff, and then I'll just send them out over here in a few turns.
I think you have the wrong
Okay.
fleet.
Alright, and then over here. Alright, now what I'll do with Sarkle is keep sending the cavalry out this way. But I'll leave infantry in there to prepare for whatever stupid defenses on the way. So these forces here.
Orders, my king. Men, march.
These forces will meet up with them, and we'll send them. Okay, so the Turks took Constantinople. It's not 1453 yet, but they did it. Okay.
An honor to serve, my lord.
Yeah, just recruit whatever we can. Yeah, we got to keep our income and our money low. Anytime we loot a settlement, we need to spend it straight away. That way we don't pay anything to the Mongols, and they don't get a return on their investment. Because, yeah, we're totally going to scam them.
An honor to serve, my lord.
Alright. Yeah, I'll chuck another one here. I really don't think they're going to declare war on us over this turn. Alright, Sarkle. Oh, yeah. Amazing Russian troops here. So, yeah, we get access to spearmen with that. Which, actually, that's... You know, that's not bad against Mongols, so we'll go with that. And at Kiev. The shipwright going, I guess. Alright, so I've spent all my money. That's good. We moved everyone.
An honor to serve.
Alright, what are we doing with you? Because you're going to have to play a bit of catch-up. To catch up to them. Well, we're just going to have to do it. Just get on with it.
Honor.
And we've got this guy here, which I think we should fortify this area as much as possible during the downtime. Hang on, I'm spending too much. All right, cancel that. That's not. Actually, no, hang on. Cancel this. That's more money than we need to spend. There's other things that we could spend less on.
An honor to serve, my lord. We stand forward. An honor to serve, my lord.
Yeah. Alright, you stay here and basically prepare the defenses for Mongol invasion. Alright, we've also got some pretty good mercenaries available here. Could grab Serbian Knights. Okay, one thing you could do is if I go into a fort and then recruit the Serbian Knights, they'll actually have full movement. Bit of an exploit. But that would allow me to besiege a settlement.
An honor to serve, my lord.
It would. Okay, let's do that.
An honor to serve, my lord.
Yeah. So any units you recruit. See, normally when you recruit a mercenary, whatever the percentage of movement points left of your general, they'll match that amount of movement. But when they're in a fort, it just ignores it. Yeah, see? And then we can get them to besiege.
Yes, lord. Confronting the enemy.
Okay, so we're just going to have to use them. But we could also send these guys over. Hang on. How far can these ones reach?
If it is the fight you wish, come closer. An honor to serve, my lord. Orders, my king.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, I can still make it, because the problem was before he couldn't besiege. I just needed someone with one additional movement point, and then I could recruit a few more, because we're not going to get them to sally out. Then I could recruit a few Bulgarian. Hang on. All right. Draw some more money out of our bank account here. Frozen Russian assets. Okay, put it into the mining network.
An honor to serve, my lord.
Yeah, so I get just about all of them, and that will give us more to work with here, so we can actually build siege equipment. It also makes it less more unlikely that they're actually going to lift the siege as well. And they can just stay in the fort there for that turn. And they'll meet up next turn. Alright, and we've used up all of our money. and we're not making any money. So there's just no way to pay anything over to the Mongols. They don't get anything this turn. Moving on.
Where to?
So England declared war on the Mongols. How did that end up happening? Unless they're over here somewhere. But we didn't get dragged into it, so I don't care.
Ready to trade.
Oh, 34. He's actually making... Oh, I'm in debt! Yeah, because I recruited a bunch of extra units. That's okay. It's alright to be in debt in this game. You don't have to pay it off until you've got the money. You don't have to pay interest on them. I just won't be able to do anything with it. Alright, so we're still allies with them.
Noble brother, no.
Brother in arms, my ass. Alright, so...
An honor to serve, my lord.
that should be really easy to win. And we'll sack the city, which will allow us to pay our troops. And then we'll have to march down to Bucharest.
An honor to serve, my lord.
Mm-hmm. So what's happening over here? Yep, still nothing. Or maybe the Mongols actually had some territory out here. I have no idea. So they're still there. I did recruit a spy over here, didn't I?
Yes.
So I need to know what's going on with those damn Timurids. So run that.
Where to?
Here.
As ordered.
Yes.
I need some line of sight out this way. It said that they came from over here,
No
but
further
I don't know.
Orders, my king. My lord. Men, march.
Like I said, keep sending the cavalry out this way, but leave the infantry behind. Oh yeah, we've got no money. Okay. Okay. Just
Honor
little bits
to
and
you,
pieces of them
leader
here.
of our friends.
Thing is, if we're the ones that attack them, they'll never offer that deal to us ever again. Be our vassal and give us a city, sort of thing.
How may I serve?
I had to bother. Mostly just turn me into a. Most likely turn me into a heretic.
God's servant.
Who defies the Lord?
Anyway, not my region. I don't even know why he's
How
here.
may I serve?
Maybe he's essentially a spy. Man, there's a lot of heretics out here.
Everyone will see things.
That would be worth it to do. Probably still end up failing. Alright, so with this attack over here, if we want to auto-resolve it, there's a little trick we can do. Take all of them out of the army,
Orders, my king.
because I don't want them taking damage in the auto-resolve. We're probably not going to take much damage at all if
My lord.
we do it this way. Because if it's just a general inside of a city with no other units, they usually perform absolutely awful in auto-resolve.
Orders, my king.
Actually, if you attack here, we might get a man of the hour. So we got 4 generals. It's possible. Might move it out of the way.
Marching to battle with pride, lord.
Alright, I'll do this. Yeah, this will be fine.
Form out lines and do not break them.
And that way,
Today
any
we
remnant
break-
of their army will just end up next to the city anyway. Ready to wipe out. And that's, of course, assuming any of them actually do survive, which I don't think is going to happen. Oops. Alright, we've got a nice high ground here as well. Probably best we go into loose formation because they've got trebuchet. We've got some good long-range units. So do they. But the high ground actually gives you a range bonus, unlike in Warhammer 3. Actually, anything after Medieval 2, you don't get a range bonus. There's only Rome 1 and Medieval 2 that had it. Range bonus from high ground, which made sense. good. Artillery is really inaccurate. We're already ripping them to shreds, that's great. Alright, start moving the Kazakhs around this way. Get them to charge into the trebuchets because they're quick. No, go around. Actually, you just stay back. How many times has a stray rock from an artillery piece killed a general? Too many times. Alright, charging in there. Break him, but I only took one casualty.
The battle is very much in our favor. If we remain true and
they got off the artillery.
Victory will be ours.
Look at that, they actually got back onto it.
Blooded. They have lost half their men.
What have I been saying? The AI has not improved in Total War in 20 years, because in Total War Warhammer, they don't get back on the artillery. In Medieval 2, they do. 19-year-old game. Okay, 18 and a half years old.
The battle is very much in our favor. If we remain true and steadfast, victory will be ours.
So we've killed 68% of them. We're not trying to do a forced draw out here. So just... Yep, kill them.
The battle is very much in our favor. If we remain true and steadfast, victory will be ours. Look how our cowardly foe runs. It is time to press the attack.
So if we're lucky, we'll get another man of the hour, but I think the chances of it weren't fantastic. Just not sure. Alright, this army is obliterated. If we execute the captives, every single one of them is gone.
All civilized peoples will be all.
Good. Thank you very much. Okay, now, as we were doing before...
My lord. Yes. Orders, my king. Yes. Of course. Combining troops. My lord.
So what should happen here is that if we're going to take any casualties, which shouldn't actually be very many, it should be a handful, basically.
God be with us, men. We march to battle.
Yep.
God
I don't auto-resolve very often in this game, but those were one of those situations where auto-resolve would have actually yielded better results than fighting it manually. Because there's no way I would have only taken 7 casualties. Just generals on their own inside of a city, they just terrible in auto-resolve. Yeah, sack it. Who cares? I wasn't going to not do that just so I can blockade their stupid town for their city for their port for what? 500 florins? I don't even know. Who cares? Alright, so that's good. We didn't get a man of the hour. Guess we needed more cities, so maybe we can get a man of the hour now. It's hard to say.
Something new to trade with.
It's got nothing to do with the quality of the victory. It's everything to do with the ratio between generals and regions. It's not 1-to-1. Alright.
Orders, my king.
Alright, well the next stop is Bucharest.
An honor to serve, my lord.
Let's see. Let's see.
An honor to serve, my lord.
Alright,
Orders, my king.
do I want to keep this fort? It'd be worth it if we had a really damaged unit that wasn't costing us much in upkeep. Otherwise I wouldn't really bother with it.
An honor to serve, my lord.
Ooh. That wasn't there last turn. But still, I'm not going to get it. Because this slows us down. So, yeah, just come on down here.
Orders, my king.
Thing is, I've only got 1 general here and more than 1 army. So,
Yes.
need to make sure they don't defect. A way to do that is using forts.
An honor to serve, my lord.
He doesn't make it there. What about any of
Orders,
you?
my king.
No, maybe if I didn't
My
move
lord.
them to the side here originally, I would have been able to make it this turn. Unless there's another mercenary, I can do the same thing I did
Honor
before.
to serve, my lord.
But that being said, we
Yes.
still won't be able to
My lord.
reinforce it.
An honor to serve, my lord.
Alright, so just leave behind...
An honor to serve.
I reckon 2 units of peasant archers should be sufficient. And... move them down to here.
Yes. Set watches. We rest. Orders, my king.
Right, I'm going to put a fort here, because any army that's inside of a fort cannot defect. Because, yeah, his authority is not fantastic, we shouldn't risk it.
Honor to serve, my lord.
And... yeah, you stand there, and these ones will join in with him. Okay, so this guy's just got to try to catch up. Right, I've also got a spy,
Moving quietly.
38% chance of just getting in there. Mongolian faction leader.
To appreciate my
Moors.
methods.
Well, we're not at war with them, are we?
I am not yours.
No. They've come a long way, that's for damn sure. Fuck. Ages away from home. This was probably the Jihad army, so they might be heading their way back now. Let's have a look at the Moors and see who they're at war with. It might give us an indication of what they might do next. Because I'd rather not have to fight that. Venice, Sicily, Scotland. Seems likely they'll try to come down over this way, but I guess we will see. The citadel over here, not well defended. That's good for us.
An honor to serve, my lord. An honor to serve.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm just going to get my spy killed if I send him in there.
Do it, Lord.
68% chance of spying on him. No. Just go down this way.
Very good, Lord.
Alright. Yep, keep them going. We want this to be as fortified as we possibly can. Yep. Yes. Okay. Yep, it is what it is. Just hoping I could score something out of it, but couldn't see any good deals. Alright. Couldn't see any good maneuvers, I mean. Alright, yeah, just keep chucking more units in there. Spies on the way to check out what's going on.
Yes. We go no
Over
further
here.
this day.
Good. We're actually getting some much higher quality units from here as well. Put this over here.
Joining the fleet.
So yeah, I think that's pretty much the end of the Byzantines. Alright. Let's see. What do we need? Too bad they can't use sharpened stakes. That's what we really need against the Mongols. I don't think any of our units get that. Alright, I'll grab that one, and yep, that one. And yep, there. Okay, cool. And I think next turn we'll get moving and set them sailing over here. Because it should line up with our land invasion out this way. Nothing stopping us from keep recruiting from there as well. Also, that was supposed to be money laundering. I don't actually want to invest in this province, so cancel that. We should get 3,500. We didn't. Oh, it's not quite like it is in Warhammer. A portion of the money was spent. About 5,000 of it. 500. It's still better than basically just gifting it to the Mongols. So better that we actually spend it on stuff that we want then. Because like I said, I don't want to invest in this province because it's just here to recruit, and if the Turks come over here, just leave it, just go. Okay, if we're going to invest anywhere, is there any other regions that could use recruitment? Smolensk, ERC, what are we doing here? Don't bother repairing the catapult maker or the armorer. Repair the fortress. Yeah, build. Actually, don't even need to do any of that. If we can get some money for the citadel, that'll repair the fortress automatically. But we don't have enough money for it. So yeah, just get that, and if we sack a city that's worth enough money, then we'll get it next turn. So getting some peasants from here. Yeah, whatever. Just I need to spend the last of our money. I don't want to pay any in tribute. I'm fairly sure you only pay basically all of your finances over 10,000. But I'm not 100% sure. Okay, so then here, this is a province that we probably want to keep investing into. It's technically the capital. So pop this down, switch it over here. Yeah, and that way... Okay, it's queued up. Okay, that's all good. Maybe increase the taxes a bit. Alright, cool. We'll still be broke next turn because we are recruiting more units. What are we doing over here? Yeah, just let that play out. Okay, all good. And let's move on to the next turn. No. Blockade support of Sophia.
An honor to serve, my lord.
Could do it. I'd have to get him over to here. Put him into a... If I recruit a ship here... Because the port is right there, I believe. Yeah. It's going to take me a few turns to get there, so I would actually be able to do it. But it's only 1,000... Oh, for at least 3 turns. Ah, fuck off. Nah, it's not worth it. So if you see here, diplomacy and tribute, see how it's 0? We paid no money in tribute to the Mongols. That's what I'm trying to make sure of here.
Brothers.
Still no sign of Timurid engagement. But they are at war with each other.
Da.
Yes.
Right, go out there and have a look. Surely they're around here somewhere.
Today, my lord.
My lord.
I was going to set sail this turn.
Yes.
Let's see what's available to recruit here. Well, for one thing, I don't have enough money.
Orders, my... Yes.
Alright, I'll just send him back.
Move out.
Okay, and...
My
Yeah,
lord.
you get on there. We got half a stack here and a stack and a bit there. So
An honor to serve.
could leave behind 4 units, or I could
Orders,
actually
my
merge some
king.
of these spearmen. Actually, the diplomat here. Why don't we send it over this way?
Without question, my lord.
Maybe we can get in touch with the Turks and see if we get a peace treaty.
Awaits.
Just snatch that for cheaps, essentially.
Where to? An
Right, leave
honor
these
to
2
serve,
behind
my
here.
lord. Yes.
And yeah, leave just more of those spearmen behind. Right. That way, when we merge these 2 armies,
Da.
there'll be 1 full stack.
My lord. Yes, my lord. Where to? Da.
Excellent. Good stuff. Just hope we don't get sunk on the way there. Okay. Probably shouldn't recruit those units, but it's all good.
An honor to serve, my lord.
Alright, so they've beefed up the defenses here a little bit. That's okay. Our forces are... I'll show you the bounce increase in faction ranking. We've improved a fair bit. His military ranking is right now about as strong as it's ever been.
An honor to serve, my lord.
Sire.
Yeah, chances of us opening those gates are pretty slim. This guy sucks.
An honor to serve, my lord.
I mean, I'd rather have intel on what's going out over here than do a near impossible... Like, you got a 1 in 3 chance of getting in there, and then it's probably going to be like a 1 in 3 chance on top of that of actually opening the gates, so it's like a 1 in 9 chance of success. I don't know, I don't really like to gamble on that. And don't forget, the first roll, if he fails it, he dies.
Moving quietly until morning, lord.
Okay. And there's some really bloody good stuff in here. Not this one.
An honor.
Alright, what if we took him, and instead of going this way, we go that way. How strong is Hungary anyway? Because we don't have any intel over there. They're as strong as us. And the Hungarian army can be quite good.
God's servant.
Decent portion of them. We did see another large army out this way before, but it could have made its way over here by now. Because if we go around this way, it'll be safer for us, but it'll take longer.
An honor to serve, my lord.
Probably best to take the safe option, I think.
An honor to serve, my lord.
Alright, time to besiege Bucharest. So this one seems like we're going to actually assault it. So I might leave the cavalry in Prince Boris's army, and you take all the infantry.
An honor to serve, my lord. An honor to serve, my lord. Leaving the army. Honor and orders, my king.
Okay, then yeah, you take
My lord. Orders, my king.
all this. We won't be able to resolve in this battle.
Forward. Joining forces. An honor
I've
to
got
serve, my lord.
room for 12 of them here.
Yes. Orders, my king. An honor
put
to
archers
serve,
first, okay.
my lord. Yes.
Right, so take all but 2 of the archers.
Move out. Forming one
And the
force.
melee infantry.
My lord.
Good, full stack. Good, that'll take 1 turn to
Enemy
build.
honorably, my lord. An honor to serve, my lord. My lord. An honor to serve, my lord. An
Having this
honor
guy
to
maybe build
serve, my
some
lord.
watchtowers along here could be really handy. Usually you don't want to build the watchtower
Yes.
on the road. Oh god.
Be ready
Amount
to
of money.
move in the morning, man.
Well, he might have money next turn. Yeah, you just don't want to build them on the road because they tend to attract flies in the form of rebels, and they sit on the road and block your trade. So if you put it out in the sort of wilderness, over there would be a best spot. Doesn't block you if you're trying to go through the road, and all they do is cause a little bit of devastation, because it's kind of weird how rebels work in this. There's basically like a threshold that needs to be met for the amount of rebels existing. So whenever you wipe out a rebel army, it basically just causes another rebel army to spawn elsewhere. So what you want to do is, rather than wipe out every rebel army that you see, is just get the biggest rebel army that you can find, put it out in the middle of the fucking desert that's got no fertility, no like base farming income, because that way the devastation they cause is going to cause much money damage, financial damage, whatever. And then just leave it there. And that way no new rebels will spawn. Apart from like rebels caused from defections and that kind of stuff. But you can't... At least ones like just randomly spawning out of nowhere will stop. Of course, if an earthquake happens and kills a bunch of them, then that... whatever. A whole bunch of things can happen in this game. Alright, so that's good there, but we're not going to do that this turn. Yeah, I think we should just get this one to just keep moving down here.
With honor.
Don't worry about staying in the fort.
Yes, my lord. Forming one force. Of course. Joining forces.
Leave the peasants in there.
Orders, my king.
I don't need all
My
the
lord.
peasants. Right.
Yes.
As long as it maintains public... right, okay. Yeah, because it's got no money. And we're going to lose another 2 grand this turn, but that just means we're not paying any tribute. Could cancel the construction, but I kind of want everything to be doing what it is doing.
Sire.
Okay. Right, cool. I don't see anything else needs to be done. Let's move on.
Pull down the defenses, men.
Mm-hmm. Alright, so they pieced out with the English. That's fine, doesn't really concern me one way or another. Yeah, it's still all owned by the Mongols, so I don't know what the Timurids are doing.
Yes. Very good lord.
But at least they're not close from this direction. I mean, when we did the magnifying glass, it did say they were over here. It does take a while to move, so I mean, by this point they should be here by now. Just don't know. Another way you can check this kind of stuff is if you hover over the city, and if the diplomatic status that you have with that particular faction doesn't match, then you know it's actually not owned by that faction. So if it said neutral, then I know that it's owned by the Timurids. Oh, look at that. They actually lifted the siege here. Good on them. Yeah, if they can just keep the Turks at bay, then I can hold on to this for longer. And it does make us some decent amount of cash, so that's good.
An honor to serve, my lord.
Sire.
Save it, just in case it crashes.
Yes.
It happens. Alright. If we're going to send this guy up through here, then I think we should get some intel around this way here. Get an idea of what we're dealing with. Don't go around this way, go around the other. It's still going to take him a couple of turns to get there. I may need to send another peasant back.
An honor to serve, my lord. Forward.
My master considers you honorable.
Right, because it's got such a high population, a couple of peasants isn't going to make a big difference for public order. Also, peasants, their effective garrison is essentially cut in half. So it only counts as like 75 men. So if I had sent a unit of archer militia, it would have been worth more. That being said, I don't think it's worth it, because if we have a look here... Oh, hang on, I'm looking at the wrong one. Yeah, it's not worth much in the first place. At 70% it shouldn't revolt, but what we could do is move our capital to Kiev. That might fix it. Yeah, with no other issues elsewhere. Okay. Alright, let's get on with this battle here. Sacking this should give us enough money to play around with some things. Also, if we don't lose up all of our movement just from fighting this battle, he could probably make it to that city. Alright, should be fine. The larger the city, the kind of the easier it is to deal with.
With strength and honor, men, we shall find victory.
Alright, let's move back. Then, I usually like to put my archers on ladders and infantry on the ram, because the archers are useless on the ground, but they're really good up on the walls. So if you can get up on the walls really quickly using your archers like this, sort of sneak up while they're not looking, you can shoot down them and do massive amounts of damage. Okay, yeah, we've only got 4 ladders. Okay, we can make use of that. So 2 over there, 2 over here. Put a ram here, but drop it. Hang on, get a bit closer. That way, what we do is we run up to the ram if it looks like this area is undefended, and they're more likely to leave it undefended if you don't actually have a ram equipped in that area. So we've basically tricked the AI into thinking, it's got a feign. Make it seem like we're attacking from one area when we're not. We're actually attacking from other areas. So they've got most of their forces concentrated there. And there's none concentrated here. So let's go do that. Nothing here. Alright, let's get up this way as well. Why not? Now, this is why I say that the larger the city, the easier it is to assault. If it's a large town, it doesn't take them very long to get to the other side of the city. But in a large city, yeah, they're going to be exhausted by the time they get here. And they're not even going to get there in time, I think. So if we have a look over here, what are these coming? Spear militia? Okay, just bail on that. Probably still bring the ladders up on the wall, just from a different location. Wait, no, just drop the ram. I pressed that, right? Okay, they're going up to this guy here specifically, but that's okay because... Oh, shit. This one is going to make it, I think. Yep, we're free. Get up on the wall. Okay, you ran off a bit too far. You can come back there now.
The batterygram is in place. Soon the enemy's defenses will fall. The ladders are now in place. Walls are no match for the fury of the north. The batterygram has done its work. Now is the time for brave hearts and brave deeds.
Okay, so it looks like they've got 2 units of cavalry. Oh, wait, sorry, no. Just 1 unit of cavalry, the chivalric knights. Best units to go fight them, I guess, spearmen. And what's best about it is that they won't get to use their towers. Oh, good, they do actually have Skiltrum. You just need castle recruited troops. Whereas I'm fairly sure the Europeans, they can get it from their militia. Okay, can get them to keep shooting even if they're in melee.
If we remain true and steadfast, victory will be ours.
Good. Oh, I didn't get to Skiltrum in time. It's okay, this is still advantageous for us.
The enemy general lies
Oh, that's
dead.
very nice.
We have sent the Corps to hell.
Very nice. Right. Get him in over here. If we move fast enough, we might actually be able to capture the town square without having to wipe out every last one of them. Because they've still got a fair few guys up on the walls. Yeah, that worked out very nicely though. Okay, bring these ones in as well. Although they're going to be less effective inside of the city due to all the obstructions. But just get them in anyway, then we'll figure it out as we go. We might not need them, but we'll see. This time maybe a good idea to cut him off. Biggest downside to using Skiltrum, which is why I didn't use it now, slows them down, so we want to move quickly here. Got the momentum.
Our men are winning the battle. If we continue like this, we will smash the
Wasn't
enemy.
quick enough to cut him off. Alright, now that we've got some troops inside the town square, we should start seeing the rest of their forces make their way over here. So we want to make sure that my general's bodyguard is aiming for their missile units. Because that's what he'll kick the arse off the best. Or, this town square is actually large enough that I could charge into the spear militia here and actually get a charge in. Potentially. I think they would need to be in melee with the spears first, though. You guys need more guys in here to get the countdown started. Alright, hang on. Got some guys on the way. Where are they? Dismounted feudal knights.
Our men are in command of the city.
I don't think cutting him off is going to work. Yeah, they didn't charge. Try again. Come on, man. Pathfinding being shit. Still better than Rome Total War pathfinding. Just hoping this one here doesn't cut us off from the timer. I don't think so, because we've got a lot of infantry here. Because I'm pretty sure you have to have 4-to-1 ratio if you're the attacker.
My lord, we have lost control of the city. My lord, our men are in command of the city.
Must be teetering right on the edge of it. They're twirling. Okay, you gotta go this way. Just can't seem to get him to charge properly. Because it would be good if we don't have to grind through all of these dismounted feudal knights. They're going to cause a lot of damage. Alright, bring these guys over here. That'll give us more capping power so we can keep this going, but also shooting the dismounted feudal knights would be a much better option. They've got more units on the way. Heavy's crossbowmen. That's what I want him to fight. If I can run past here and go after that, that should be fine. If I can get there in time. Which... it's iffy. He's not moving quickly enough. Too many entities in this unit. It's getting pathfinding problems. It's iffy if he's going to make it. Because I reckon, because we've already killed the enemy general and they should be tired, we can break him. Come on, come on, come on. You can do it. Good. It looks like we've cut them off. And we just need to hold out in here for a minute. Which it looks like we will. As soon as these guys in here, we're guaranteed. Good, we got him.
The enemy are badly blooded. They have lost half their men.
Oh, the other... wait, what happened to the other missile unit? Yeah, there it is, yeah. Good, that got wiped out. And now we just got to hold out for 30 seconds. And only 5% casualties. I'm pretty happy with those results.
This is a clear victory.
Man, imagine that. A Russian victory, we don't lose 500,000 men to take one city. Legend, real life politics, keep it out of it.
Strength and honor. We are
Alright,
victorious.
let's see.
A noble way to claim these lands.
Yeah, of course we're going to sack it.
Victory.
How do you keep getting more chivalrous? I'm trying to be dreadful. Alright. So...
An honor.
Yes. An
honor to serve, my lord.
because they're dismounted feudal knights, there's actually a really good chance that they will sally out, because they're worth a lot of balance of power, if I just bring a few cavalry to besiege it.
An honor to serve, my lord.
While bringing... okay, hang on. So if I send him...
An honor to serve, my
yeah, the
lord.
cavalry makes it, but the infantry
An
don't.
honor to serve. An honor
Well,
to
then why don't
serve.
we
An honor
send
to serve, my lord.
this guy with the cavalry?
An honor to serve, my lord.
Okay, so hang on. They've got 5 units, so we have to bring less than 5. Kazakhs are pretty good. That should do it. If I bring just these ones here, I should be able to manage it. That should cause them to sally out. I'd rather attack them from here at this angle.
Splitting into two
So, bit of a gamble on that.
with us, men.
But I'm fairly confident that they will sally out, because the balance of power should be massively in their favor, but the tactical situation is in my favor,
An honor
I think.
orders, my king.
Alright, now we take our entire army and move towards
My lord.
Sophia. I mean, I do want Constantinople, but this is closer.
With honor. An honor to serve, my lord.
Okay, yep, just stay there, that's fine. And then the rest of these just sit here.
Men, march.
Guess what I could do is actually get a bombard from here. It's such a short distance that they if they don't sally out, I'll just bring the bombard in and we'll blow them up, basically. Yeah, one bombard should be enough to break down a citadel. Actually, let's get another spy as well. They're quite handy.
How may I serve? Of course, my lord. God's servant.
Okay,
As you
that looks
wish.
pretty good. Happy with that.
An honor to serve, my lord. Yes. Setting a keen watch.
Okay, another thing is that fort here would make it so that... hang on. Yeah, look, this river here, they just wouldn't be able to cross. The closest way they could cross is through here, unless of course they go through the river. Sorry, through the fort, which they could.
Yes, my lord. At once. Tomorrow's journey awaits.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yes.
Alright, so we're actually gaining money. That's no good, we don't want that.
Where to?
Alright, so a lot of troops in there that we could potentially get.
My lord. As
I was worried that might happen.
are not contesting these waters with you.
Damn it. Yeah, there's a decent chance if I attack that, we'll lose. I just didn't know it was there. So, unfortunately, I'm not able to get up on... Yeah, we just didn't make much movement that turn on that one. This is why what you should do, and I didn't do this, I fucking should have, is you just move a couple of tiles each move way, but I went too far. Whoops. My bad. I even saw that fleet in that area fairly recently, so yeah, it is what it is.
An honor to serve, my lord.
Okay, here we go. Yeah, put the citadel in there. That uses up a lot of our money. And we definitely want this area to be defended, so let's get some of that stuff in there. Okay, yep, fortify that up as best we can, because I still intend to stab these fuckers in the back. Peasants better than nothing. Okay, and we'll probably be in the red next turn, because it'll recruit all those other units. Alright. But we've got Bran under siege. I think they'll sally out... Oh, that's another thing. If we sack this over the end turn, we'll have to pay the Mongols. Because that's going to be a lot of money. Well, the easiest way to not have to pay that money is to say, thanks for the deal, but we're done now.
Moving to engage.
So here's what we do. Go into the battle manually, and then we withdraw, so we're deliberately losing. That way the unit goes straight back to the city.
Our foes appear to be gaining the upper hand in
But
this
Legend,
battle.
you suffer a defeat. It's only a tactical defeat. It's a way of because if you just attack it and don't actually, what am I doing? Don't actually go ahead with it, it doesn't declare war. So we need to actually commit to a fight.
Enemies have snatched victory from us like thieves.
And in doing this, I don't have to pay them any money because, if you have a look over here, we're despicable now for that. But yeah, we will not be paying them a dime of tribute. And that way we can sack this over the end turn and we won't have to pay them anything.
An honor to
Cool.
serve, my lord.
They could very well besiege a settlement, but we've fortified it, and it's going to cost them if they want to do that. You should probably go back
An
to...
honor to serve, my lord.
Don't worry about it if they do that. Just get back over here. I'm tempted to come over this way, but we'll get enough
Honor.
of a heads up from there.
Yes.
If I... Yeah, that's fine. Okay. And then from here, yep, all of this stuff is sorted. Let's move on. So yeah, overall, the Mongols traded pretty poorly with that decision. But Legend, you lost your reliability. Your reliability doesn't fucking matter in this game. It really doesn't. Okay, this is what we wanted to have happen. Cool, let's do this.
Take courage, men. God will be with us as we meet.
Because, yeah, I've had immaculate reputation before, and still had allies completely backstab me. So, what it does do, though, is that your reliability will actually have some impact on... Well, it's not reliability, it's reputation. Will have some impact on how likely you are to get deals like that. So next time the Mongols ask for for us to be their vassal or whatever, we'll probably have to ask for less. But you know, we're playing law-friendly Russian. Well, actually, no. If we're playing law-friendly Russians, we'd lose every battle. No, if we're playing diplomatically law-friendly Russians, we say we're going to do something, and then we just don't do it at all. And then play the victim. Legend. See, we declared war on the Mongols because we need to de-Islamify them. Actually, they are Islamic, so or whatever. Alright, well they don't have any missile units, so I don't think we need to worry about that. The only thing is I want to make them tired, that's all. So before we charge in on them, we should thin them out as much as we can first. Shooting them in the back is ideal, but it's not essential. I should really be paying attention. Getting them separated is good as well. Also, finding out which is the actual captain is a good idea. Yeah, charging down the hill is super bloody good with heavy cavalry in this game. If you guys recall the original Blitz campaign playing as the Turks, remember there was one battle where I was pretty badly outnumbered and I charged down the hill and just fucked them up. Keep thinning them out, and they're getting exhausted. It's going to make it really good for us to charge in on them. They're not going to be able to resist the charge, and they might break. Got to keep in mind that dismounted feudal knights have pretty good morale, I think. Let me just check this. Good morale, yeah. So you really want to stack on those negative modifiers before we do this. Damaging them all just a little bit helps, rather than smashing completely one of them. Because that will drop their morale. So they're already shaken. And haven't even been charged yet. Alright. Let's go. I think this one's the general, but I'm not entirely sure. Just because... Yeah, it is. That's that one there. And also, he's nice and fresh. And they should be tired. I mean, our Kazakhs are tired. But if you have a look, they took out 28% of them. But more importantly, they've positioned ourselves in such a way that we can break them quite easily, I think. That was not a good charge. But we didn't take any casualties, and they still lost like half their battalion, half of their unit. Try to let the Kazakhs have a bit of a rest, if we can. This is the one here that we need to be focusing on. We kill him, it's going to make it a lot easier to get rid of the rest of them. And the only reason we should be charging any of these guys in is to deliver the final blow. Because they're not going to do much damage on the charge. Now, normally what you'd be wanting to do is charge from the other side, because the general's always on this side over here, but we're charging in from the hill. And it's still possible for us to break him. Still not taking any casualties on that yet, which is great. Hit him there. They actually kind of pincered me there. Oh, jeez, that didn't look so good. Terrible charge. That is law-friendly Russia right there. Thank you for being so mean to Russia. Oh, who's this? He's nobody. Okay. Oh, here we go, here we go. Gotcha, bitch.
The enemy general lies dead. We have sent
Right.
Tur to hell.
Here we go. Now we send them in because their morale has dropped to basically the lowest point that we can get them. Feign charges so that they're facing the wrong way. Sort
The
of.
enemy are badly blooded. They have lost half their men.
Yeah, that's it.
The enemy army
There we go.
runs. This is a clear victory.
No
Those
Kazakhs got
only
killed.
men of great virtue.
Faith and courage have made
Yeah,
us victorious.
I would have had to pay the Mongols a fair bit of money on that, so...
Honorable victory, worthy of our people.
We must fight or forfeit. The enemy
Swordsmith
has
skills
laid
can be
siege.
quite good. And since we've got money, alright, do it. Okay. Also, another thing with reputation, it always decays towards neutral, one way or another. So if you're immaculate, you eventually, unless you're consistently doing good things, it will eventually decay back to neutral. Same thing with despicable. If you do something fucking horrendous like backstab an ally, it will decay itself back to neutral. Also, there are certain things that is considered with your reputation that probably shouldn't. So, for example, it's not always just diplomatic actions. It is, in fact, the actions that you take on the campaign map with regard to battles. So, if you sack a settlement, it will hurt your reputation a little bit. If you exterminate a settlement, it will hurt your reputation quite a lot. If you occupy a settlement, as opposed to sacking or exterminating it, it'll help your reputation ever so slightly. So we can recover that reputation just by constantly occupying settlements and releasing captives and being chivalrous. But obviously I'm not going to do that. As of me playing, it's going to head towards despicable anyway, which is why backstabbing them was fine.
Marching to battle with pride, Lord.
Okay. How much of a chance do we stand here? Because sallying out, they'll be stupid. We don't have ballista towers yet. We don't get them until
My master will
until
reward me for
Citadel.
your death. All that is left
Seems
for us
unlikely
is
they'll
to
launch the
fight.
assault because the bouncer power is not in their favor. I don't think we'd win an auto resolve because they've got a lot of experienced units.
Fight me.
They've also got a lot of shit in here, like Spear Militia. Funny enough, their upkeep cost on Spear Militia is higher than some of their other units. This is why the Mongols can be difficult to get rid of, because they've got a lot of units that just free upkeep costs. So you want to get rid of them, let them keep those other ones, if you had to. So I reckon we could sally out and win here.
All that is
Potentially.
left for us.
We would actually have a slight heavy cavalry advantage. Slight. We definitely don't have a missile advantage. We also don't have a general, so our morale's not going to be good. Neither do they. Well, they've got experience. And I still don't know what the battle difficulty is. Hmm. 8 turns until starved out.
That
Seems
is coming.
unlikely they're going to launch
Fight
the
me.
attack.
All that
Just
is
don't
left
know.
for us is to fight.
Oh, cannon towers. That makes the settlement impregnable. Aside from the enemy launching the attack immediately. If you sally out, you just use the cannon towers to wipe them out, basically. Basilisk, nice. Yeah, that's a good one. And I did get the bombard, but now I don't need it. Because, yeah, it would have made it to Bran. Oh well, don't need it anymore. No, it's too slow. You can always get another one. Alright.
Yes, my lord.
This time, let's not get caught.
Da. Yes, my lord.
Alright, I think it'd be best if we land,
Moving the men ashore, my lord.
because if a fleet comes, like if the Venetians declare war on us and attack the fleet and sink us, well then they're all gone. But they can't do that from here, they actually have to fight us on the field. And we'll make it to Constantinople one way or another, whether on the ship or not. In fact, we could disband them and it would be fine now. But still, let's just keep them for now. Alright, so over here we can besiege this. I'm not really in the mood for fighting a citadel battle. So, because yeah, like even if there's only a handful of them, oh, it's such a grind. Well, it can be. I mean, the way it should be, but I'm trying to do it quickly.
Yes.
Let's have a look what's out here.
Very good, Lord.
It's not that much.
Moving into position.
An honor to serve.
That is cowardly. Fight me!
Right, let's see over here. No.
Sire. Moving quietly.
No sign of
Until
Timurids.
morning, Lord. No further today, my lord.
And they're still at war with them, right? Yep. Let me actually send you... Yeah, no, send you over here.
Without question, my lord. Tomorrow's journey
And
awaits.
we'll see if we can negotiate another peace that is completely not favorable for them, basically.
An honor to serve, my lord.
Because, yeah, if I could just get like a cavalry unit to besiege it and get them to sally out, that would obviously be a lot quicker. We could probably get another man of the hour. Not if it's a sally out battle and we win, because then we'll be stuck inside here. We won't get the... No, that just won't work. Could send these guys up to this Hungarian citadel up here.
Yes.
Yeah. I think that's a good idea.
Honor to serve, my lord.
So leave them there.
My
Move
lord.
up to here. Go to there.
Of course.
They should be able to reach
An
you.
honor to
Yep.
serve, my lord.
And we'll get reinforcements from here. Make them over this way. Because it looks like it's a fairly small garrison. You go back over there. I want to see what's going on.
Of course.
And just the Mongol faction leader.
You all look alike to me.
I'm not going to get the Basilisk. Just because... It's just too slow. We need to move fast. Yep, public order should maintain. Yeah, that should be okay. Yep. Yep, leave that as it is.
An honor to
I
serve.
don't want to cheese too much, especially if I don't need to. So, yeah, I'll just besiege it the old-fashioned way,
Confronting
and
the enemy honorably, my lord.
with only 6 units in there, we'll definitely win. I hope it doesn't take me 45 minutes to win the battle, that's all.
Besieging army at your command. An honor to serve, my lord.
Right, there's a possibility of Mongols making their way down here pretty soon, so more troops we put in here, the better. Especially cheaper units, since our budget is, you know, we're doing what we can with it.
An honor to serve, my lord.
All that is left for us is to fight.
Okay, got an idea.
An honor to serve.
Put a fort here.
Yes. All that is left for us is to
You come over here.
Honor to serve,
Stick a unit of archers in there. They might besiege it. If they besiege it, then we sally out and just concede defeat, basically. So we lose. So that they're stuck in here, and then we besiege them. Because if they've got a whole bunch of horse archers, they can't fight for shit sallying out of a fort. So it's a little bit of a trap when dealing with them. Some light cavalry would definitely help. Obviously, these troops suck, but we have to make do with what we've got. Yeah.
God's
Plus, it potentially buys us time. I want you to come over here just to give us a bit of scouting. And then the big question here is this.
Yes, yes, lord.
So yeah, it says we outnumber them 2-1. Or outpower them 2-1. Can't recruit anything while it's under siege. Alright, I'm going to give it a shot. I think we can handle this. It's not the greatest Mongol force we've ever seen. But if we lift the siege, then I can replace the casualties, because we've got money.
Await my order.
And I do think that they will just sit there and try to starve us out. Alright, so this is a fortress, not a citadel. I usually don't want to go out through the front, just because the artillery will get us. Go out through the side here. But it also helps if you leave just like one person inside the city, just in case we fail. That way we could at least have the opportunity to not fully commit to the battle. I think the least useful units are probably going to be the peasant archers. Plus, they might try to use the artillery to shoot at us. Maybe. We will see. Maybe just use one archer unit. Come on, get in there. Okay, good. That's all of them. Alright, we'll see how we go. So yeah, the balance of power looks good, but don't underestimate the Mongols. They are very dangerous. Might best to just walk them for a moment. Alright, let's see here. That's the general right there. I need to find out if these are long range or not, because otherwise the peasant archers might actually be able to handle them. But yeah, it would be good if we weren't exhausted by the time we got there. That would be very handy for us. So we'll actually walk there. Most of the time you guys see me run everywhere, because usually it doesn't matter, but this time it actually does. Because yeah, my infantry aren't going to be able to get their cavalry. They're too fast, and these guys are too slow to catch them as well. But if they're willing to go into a skirmish, that's how we get them, because we've got the skirmish superiority as long as they keep those other ones over this way. Could also cause their artillery to start shooting at us. Okay, here we go, here we go. Yeah, they're not long range, so same range as them, I think. Good, I think we're trading really well here. Well, it's not necessarily one... No, actually, they're taking more individual casualties than us. And theirs are worth significantly more than peasant archers. That unit is wiped out. Very nice. Good. Alright, so up front here, we've got long-range archers. They've got long-range archers, I mean. So they've only got one horse archer unit. But they have 2 units of heavy cavalry, which are... Oh no, there's a horse archer over here. See, what I could do is just charge at them and wrap around them, because we do have the numerical advantage. But because we don't have a commander here, they could get even just slightly tired, and if one of these units breaks, then the rest will just crumble along with them. If I have a look here, good morale, that's good to see. We do have some ability for skill trim. Okay. Because also, it would be good if our entire army didn't get wiped out, even if we did win. And we've always got to watch out for these ones. They are very dangerous. If we brought our archers up over here, we would lose the archer engagement. That would not be favorable for us at all. Unless we do it a different way. We go around this way, outside of their range, but within their range, and kill their general. Alright, I'm gonna have to commit a bit better than what I'm current. No. Someone has to be inside the settlement in order to make sure they're facing the settlement. I'm fairly sure. We don't have rally on this general here, on this captain, so it's going to be hard to keep their morale in check. So we've got to make the most of it. Okay, the artillery's going to start shooting at us. Those flame shots are really inaccurate. Just be careful. Good, if this one comes over here, that's really bloody good. Good, within range. They're firing at us from that angle. Alright. Hang on, just wait. Let's see how this goes initially. And while they're busy trying to shoot us over here, this would be a great opportunity to... Oh shit, that was close. Holy motherfucker. Fuck me. If that guy had died, I would have walked straight back into the city and gone, fuck this. Okay, use this as cover, and those trebuchets shouldn't be able to get us. So like this, we're going to be less accurate against them. Okay, we're going in. No! Oh god! Yeah, and stay away from those damn trebuchets. How come they're being so accurate? Well, while they're focusing on us here, which we've got some cover, these guys try to go a bit wider if possible. And this is all their trash. Let's see how that goes. So 66%. Yeah, but our 6% that we've lost is mostly garbage. Mostly. And they're losing horse archers. Plus this guy here's a general. If we can kill him, that's a big advantage for us. Alright, they've shifted their focus. We've got to go in quickly before the artillery pummels us too heavily. Sure you don't get hit. You go around this way here. We'll have to do nothing but ignore those Mongol heavy archers. Can't really do anything about them. Trebuchet. Gotta get in on them. It'd be great if they hit their own units. That is definitely a possibility. Alright, you charge at them and just get them out of here. You're not gonna catch them, but... Careful, careful, careful.
The battle is very much in our favor. If we remain true and steadfast, victory will be ours.
Great if we can actually kill this captain.
The enemy general flees like the coward he is.
Okay, if he leaves the battlefield, that's fine.
And break the spirit of his army.
Because they'll suffer a temporary... No, actually, I think it is a permanent morale penalty for the battle. Anyway, we've got him. Oh, wait. It's bits and pieces. Need you over here. You don't risk yourself. Get back in here. This one can risk himself, that's fine. Now it'd be great if we can get 85% of them so that the whole army gets wiped out. But honestly, just trading well against them is good enough, I think. Considering they're the Mongols. They want to get out of here. Oh, look at that, they actually caught him. And yeah, just run down whatever we can. Especially high quality units like Mongol infantry. I don't think we're going to get 85% of them. But we only suffered 16% casualties, which we should be able to recover after just one turn of recruiting. And they have suffered 81% casualties. It might be actually less than that. So it says 87%, but some of them have left the battlefield, and that counts towards their killed, their lost total. It's going to be pretty close.
The enemy army runs. We must pursue and hunt them.
Fuck, that was close over there.
That goes
Fucking
to
an
only
inch
men of
to the
great
left.
virtue and valor.
Dead. 87%. You're out of here, Mongols.
You're too great not to release us, Lord.
Yeah. All dead. Good. So that is an actual win against the Mongols there. Good stuff. Alright, let's just hit M and merge them. I don't think we're in any position to march out that way. But, you know, get whatever you can, really. They did actually take Moscow back. Because, yeah, see how we right-click over here? It says rebel, but they did actually take it. And if we send him over here, we could go and say, what the fuck? You were making 32 before and now you're making 20? You piece of shit.
Ready to trade. On my way. Yes, my lord.
Yeah, they took it.
On. Ready to trade.
Fucking hell,
Yes,
legends suck.
I shall trade this.
Legend, you have to recruit it at Timbuktu. Oh yeah, it's just the opposite side of the world for me. Alright. Yeah. Oh, okay. Maybe sending priests into this area could be the way. That actually might defect back to us. Because that is our original capital, isn't it? You don't start off with Moscow. You're technically the Novgorodians in this. Okay. What should we do? Should we go to cannon? Bombard would make it easy to attack a settlement with something like this. Alright, we'll get it. Even if it means we have to move slowly. We need a general in here. Guess we could potentially get that guy over there. Next time there's a man of the hour, maybe we'll chuck him in there. Maybe. I think another heavy cavalry unit would be good. And... actually, hang on. This one's unit pool's at maximum. So is that one. Alright, get them.
An honor to serve, my lord. God be with us, men. We march to battle. Besieging army at your command.
Actually, I think, yeah, that's fine. Let's see here. Yep. Don't have to worry about spending all of our money because we're not paying the Mongols anything.
Sire.
I'm just seeing what's available. Alright. So... yeah, probably not worth building that. I usually build them like in the really early stages of the campaign, but this is not the early stage, so I wouldn't worry about it now. Also, 70 turns left to get victory. You still do have enough time. I mean, I'm not going to do it for you the whole way, because you got to get Constantinople. I think I can get Constantinople for you. But then you've got to make a mad rush towards Jerusalem. 70 turns should be enough. You know, build a big Black Sea fleet, and then get it sunk in the Black. No, sorry, that's what normal Russia would do. No, then you want to take it out this way, and then get over here within that 70 turns. I'm not sending it back just yet. I'm just saying you're gonna have to hurry up, or else you will not win the campaign. Oh, plus you also need to get 45 regions, which that's a bit tougher to do. So that's why you need lots of armies. Just conquer, conquer, conquer. Right, let's hit the end turn there. We'll save little bit of. Oh, hang on.
An honor to serve.
You could use 9 additional units.
An honor to serve, my lord.
So get some cavalry. Don't worry about the bombard. And yeah, dismounted Devore sound good. And let's move on. Alright, they're taking the bait.
To the walls! Our enemy has laid siege!
What?
God's servant.
Happened there? What? Sidor, son of Sidor. I don't know. What happened there? They besieged the settlement and then they just freaking vanished.
How may I serve? Of course, my lord. As you wish.
Like, maybe they defected, but
Of course, my lord.
where'd they go?
Move out!
We have the advantage of surprise.
Fuck, they just vanished.
These woods provide a perfect ambush.
How? What? I mean, I'm not complaining, but what? How did that happen? Okay, well, don't look a gift horse in the mouth. I mean, I can't explain how that happened. Yeah, they got that under control. If you get a whole bunch of spies in there, you can create a whole bunch of unrest. Don't have any spies there though. Alright, so this army here is designed for Constantinople. Very large army in there. But it's a huge city, so it looks like they got a bunch of crap in there. I know there's another army in the area. And Venice is neutral with us now, so that's good. Although they got a lot of ships in this area.
Confronting the enemy honorably, my lord.
Oh my god, that's a lot of ships.
Laying siege to the enemy.
Where to?
Oh man.
An honor to serve.
Jeez.
God be
Yeah,
with
no
us,
kidding.
men. We march to battle.
Well, okay.
Besieging army at your
See how that
command.
goes. Alright, and then
An honor to serve, my lord.
let's see. So we wanted him to head over to Halich.
Yes.
And reinforce him with
An honor to serve, my lord.
everything except for the peasants.
Forward! Forming one force!
It's okay, the public order will maintain. 70% doesn't cause revolts.
Orders, my lord.
Okay, so let's have a look here. This new guy here that just came of age. He's actually a better general than Chernek. So we really should send him, but he's a proper family member where this guy's just adopted.
An honor to serve, my lord.
So I think he really didn't want to adopt that many people. Because there's no last name to this guy. Leading me to believe there's actually direct lineage from the first king that he had. Which wasn't going to matter if he's going to all freaking die.
At once.
Okay, so yeah, send him.
An honor to serve, my lord.
I want to send him to... Let's have a look. I'm going to go to Vilnius.
An honor to serve.
And take the cavalry with me.
Orders, my king!
And just kind of hope we don't encounter anything too dangerous. Pick up the troops from here next turn. We'll be able to get some money once I sack Sophia.
An honor to serve, my lord.
And prevent Total War Troy from ever being made. No, I'm kidding.
We march to war.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, they got the quality on their side, but we've got the quantity. Auto resolve I don't think is a good idea. 3 units of cavalry, meaning that they probably won't do that well in in a siege defense. So it's only 3 units of infantry I gotta worry about. Okay, alright, let's do this.
God will deliver those who stand courageous.
Yeah, that. Yeah, it wasn't like the most gigantic Mongol army ever, but I kind of suspect that they defected because their king might have low authority. I have no, but I have no idea. I've never seen that happen before. Okay, so we want you off that. Actually, just get a big reset. Back. Alright, let's have a look here. So, citadels can be a pretty daunting thing to go up against. I don't think they've got improved towers, so that's helpful. We'll use our worst units first, because they're probably going to take the most amount of damage. Because yeah, we have to break in 3 times, essentially. But it's possible that you only have to break in once if you cut them off from being able to escape and you just fight them all in the first round. Especially all the infantry, because if you get rid of all the infantry, then the cavalry can't do anything to stop you. So we just got to see where their weak points are going to be. Over here, there's nothing. The biggest concern that I have is if I knock down the gate, they'll just immediately move down to the next level, which is not what we want. Sometimes being overly aggressive with these sieges can actually be a real bad idea. You want to give them just enough hope that they're willing to defend it, so that you can fuck them really hard. A lot of cavalry here. Those were not my primary concern, but let's bring in the spearmen, and you know, it won't take a moment to break through that. They might have the towers activate just for a little bit, but it's really just about stopping the ram, which they haven't done. Okay, get someone up on the wall there.
Our men have done well. The gates have fallen. Our soldiers have proved
Oh, they've got
their
ballista
worth
towers.
today.
Oh,
the enemy's walls belong
shit.
to
I didn't
us
see ballista
now.
sticking out of them.
Our men are winning the
Taking a
battle.
lot of damage.
If we continue like this, we will smash the enemy.
It's okay if it does a bit of damage to them. But the problem here is that he's not the most amazing general ever, and we can see they're already shaken. They don't get boiling oil in this campaign, so don't worry about that.
The battle is very much in our favor. If we remain true and steadfast, victory will be ours.
Okay, well, at least... I mean, I could have checked that before, but I didn't.
The ladders are now in place. Walls are no match for the fury of the north.
Alright, let's see if we can do that. Alright, so we got a unit of chivalric knights and a unit... Yeah, 2 units of chivalric knights that are getting wiped out. But like I said, the cavalry weren't the major concern here. It's the infantry. But that peasant unit there looks pretty tasty. And it's staying real still. Alright, I gotta get my general in here. I gotta push these guys back really quickly so that the ballista's shot... Yeah, there we go. There we go. I gotta try to rush at them so they don't get to the next level. One might say, we're rushing in. You know? Rushing in, putting it to the enemy. And other puns. Alright, let's go. Let's go, let's go. Alright, this one over here. Dismount of feudal knights. Yeah, they're backing off. Alright. You get over here, pick up that ram. What are you guys doing? Yep, get over here. Alright, you come in through here. Whoa. I might just be able to get at them before they've shut the gates. God, I love the Medieval 2 soundtrack. It's so good. Right, come on. You guys, that's it. Kill them. Yeah, peasants, get them! Actually, go for the Hungarian nobles, I guess. They might keep the gate open for them.
Our men are winning the battle. If we continue like this, we will smash the
Ballista
enemy.
towers! Can't keep my king in this position for too long. Fucking stray ballista shot, straight up kill him.
Our men have reached the gate with the battering ram.
Is that their general right there? Oh, I don't think so. Okay, back off. Bit longer. I'm risking his life. You guys get inside. Okay, pull him back there. Okay, just oh fuck, ballistas is doing too much damage, and they're not going to break, and it's going to take ages to kill them. So back off. It's not worth it. We're just going to get ground to dust here. It's just not worth fighting them there. Pull him over to here so we can open gates elsewhere. But I don't think we should use him in combat anymore. Go, quick. They've... No, just back off, it's okay. Alright, well... I'm gonna open the gates here. What's going on? That is their general. Yeah, we kill him, that's a big win for us.
The enemy general lies
Okay,
dead.
big push. Even all the archers, big push through here because we can break him. Even if they're dismounted feudal knights, we can break him. What? Sending them into melee? Yep. Go do what you gotta do. Oh, they're coming through here. Yeah, we'll bring the ram. Oh shit, we left it. You go get the ram. Quick. No! Okay. Quick, back off again. We'll get some ladders up here. We'll climb over the walls. Where else have we got? Okay, we've got ladders here. Bring them in. Climb over the walls. Ladders here. We can bring them down. Yeah, citadels are no joke to assault. No joke. Alright, pull all of these guys back, because this is just going to end up in a bloodbath that isn't worth it for us. We should attack from a different angle. Draw them in from over this side, and then come back over here. Because, yeah, there's nothing over here. Alright, where's the... Is there only one gate on this section? No, there's another gate over this way. So, how are we going so far? 13 to 33%. Yeah, put the ladder up. Actually, just drop it. And get out. get up on the walls there is just going to be a massacre. Whereas there's no one over here. Shame we've took so much damage on him because he's fast, but I'm going to need to potentially risk him. Because if we come in through here and they're still up on the walls, we could cut off all their infantry. Now they've got 2 units of dismounted feudal knights, which will still have decent morale. So there's one there. Okay, they're both here. The thing is, the distance between here and there is much shorter than here and there. So it just depends if they get alerted to us. Alright, so what we want to be doing now as well is trying to keep these guys pinned down. So get these guys back on the ladders, put the ladders back up over here so they come back up on the wall so they don't go to the next level. Oh good, this one's got 2 ways in, so that's good. So I think we've only wiped out one of their units so far, being the Hungarian nobles, the General's Bodyguard unit. And we've done next to no damage to their infantry, which of course are the biggest threat. And just about everyone is quite tired. Didn't have a unit. Yeah, there is. Okay, just have to put up with it. Dismounted fuel knights coming in from over here, that's fine. Like I said, just wanted them to be as distracted as possible. Put this up on the wall. Can always take the ladder off the wall if we need to. Alright, this is just a peasant archer, so you're free to commit. Keep that one busy while we are sneaking over the wall over here. Okay, this looks good over here. I'll grab another unit of the Balkan archers that are here. I want them up on the walls so they can shoot down at whatever's here. Okay, need to go open the gate. You can start shooting at them now, but then these guys will stop coming up on the wall, and since they're not a huge threat to us at this very moment, I'd much rather them all get up on the wall first. Okay, gates open, but don't go in just yet, because this is actually exactly what I want to have happen. I want them to commit on the walls, so we can cut them off here, because we don't have much to cut them off with. I'm probably not going to bring the ram. There's not enough time, it's too slow. These guys are definitely going to lose in this engagement, but they can still shoot at them. And do some damage. Just have to wait for them to all to get up off the ladders. Like I said, get them to commit. Look at that, they're shaken. They must be really exhausted. I mean, they've been running around like crazy. They're in heavy armor, and their general's dead. Alright, our guys are not shooting. Why not? Hang on, here we go, here we go. They're still going to lose, but they're going to trade well, I hope. Shit, they actually might beat the dismounted feudal knights. Peasants routing. Okay, here we go. We gotta go in. Gotta get to over here, so that, oh, they're gonna go in through this way. Shit, biscuit. Yeah, they've already started to retreat back to this section. Well, that one's definitely gonna get cut off. Okay, I need to pin this one down. What are you doing? Get up on the walls. Come on, I gotta pin this one down, because that one's not gonna do anything up on the walls. We can easily beat them. I don't think we're gonna catch them. It's too easy for them to get back.
If we continue like this, we will
how it should be.
smash the enemy.
How are we going here? Alright, get over to this position, and maybe we can scare them off the walls. This is actually working. Yeah, when they rout, we want to make sure we catch them. Alright, bring them back inside. I don't think we should worry too much about rams. No, actually, it's not that far of a distance, and I'm not sure if the ladders are going to be great here. Actually, if I use flaming attack, it might just cause them to break. There we go. Just need to make sure that they do not get back over here. Shit, hang on. Oh, god damn it. Shit. Move back. Fucking ballista towers everywhere. Come on, move it. Stop stuffing around. Oh, god damn it. Just letting them through. Fuck! Come on, man! You need to stay here so that the general doesn't get shot by those ballistas. Right, I see what's happening here. He can't attack them properly because they can't pathfind in this sort of situation. God damn it.
Our men are winning the battle. If we
Get him out of
continue like
there.
this, we will smash the enemy.
Just not killing enough of these dismounted feudal knights. Alright, so we got this one coming up through here. That's the safest place to go through at the moment. And let's bring them in. Well, at least they're not making their way up through here, because that way there's just one unit of heavy infantry defending that. Even if we threw the dumbest meat assault at this, we should be able to overcome it, as long as our general doesn't die. Ooh, gotcha, bitch. Oh, no! I thought I could get a ladder up over here. Doesn't matter if they get wiped out. Oh, of course. I need to actually capture that gate first. Kind of annoying we can't properly run them down, but overall we still traded well against these dismounted feudal knights. And all the casualties that we suffered, at least it is just a dog shit army. It's nothing more than militia and trash. Whereas they're using knights to defend here. Oh, I've got an idea. It's probably a bad idea. Yeah, it's a bad idea. I'm not going to do it. What I was thinking was letting them open the gate as they're coming through here and then send the general through, but then the ballistas might kill him, so it's just not worth trying. Keep trying to kill that one off if you could. No defenses over this side. Yeah, trying to wait for them to recover fatigue. I might as well be here all day. Unlike in Total War Warhammer, they only sent one unit up the wall that way. Here. Rather than everybody going up the wall that way. Honestly, you shouldn't do that. Go this way. Alright, it looks like this one is going to make it to the gate here. Unless, of course, a flame shot comes and burns it, which could happen. We're so fucking close. Once it's gotten there, it should be fine. Okay, while that's going on, you get up on the ladder here, because it looks like if we could draw the knights away, that would be very helpful.
Our men have reached the gate with the battering ram.
We get shredded by these goddamn towers, but we're almost in. Did we finish off this one? No, I think they've still got like one troop left. 4 men. Whatever, as long as they don't get back over here, it doesn't matter.
The battering ram has done its work. Now is the time for brave hearts and brave deeds.
Okay, I don't think this is going to work unless we send basically everything that we've got. Hang on. Back. No, what are you doing? Go this way. Bring the general over here. Because they're a bit shaken, which isn't good.
The ladders are now in place. Walls are no match for the fury of the north.
Alright, I'm not going up there if they're going to stay there, but it looks like they're coming down, so that's good. What are you doing? Alright, get all the melee infantry, bring them over to here. Looks like they want to just hold up in here for the final bit, which... That's fine. What we do is we send in our infantry and our general. We've got a good opportunity because the towers aren't up. And then try to get our archers up on the wall. Through that one ladder. Especially you. And shoot at them. Well, we just got them pinned down. Or, another thing we could potentially do is if we just put enough units... I don't think there's enough because we've taken a lot of casualties to just start the countdown. You just stay close by here to make sure that they don't rout. I don't think it's going to be enough. Actually, you should really be shooting at those dismounted feudal knights. Go and open the gate here. And this dude, get down, back off the wall. I love how you can tell them to go back down the ladder when they're halfway up it.
Only half the enemy force remains.
Oh shit! Out of the way, out of the way, out of the way, out of the way! Out of the way! Fucking be more responsive! You fucking idiot! I think he died. Oh my god! Right at the end! I told him to move, he didn't fucking move! Oh, you moron! Alright, we can still win this, but Yeah! That's gonna cost us, that's all. Look, since you're dead anyway, just hold them back so that they can get away. Because they'll rally. Still got you up on the wall? That's good. Not for long. Get over to here, quick. Yeah, Citadel's gonna be pretty fucking hard to fight. Holy moly. Oh my god, Legend, you lost his king. Ah, his king was shit. It's fine. Don't get me wrong, it sucks. But, these things happen. Alright, they routed. Get rid of this guy, that'd be great. Our morale's really bad now. Still can win, we just gotta be real bloody careful. We can shoot through the gate here. Because their morale's bad as well, but they've just got better units. Can shoot through the gate at them. Oh god, look how many of them. Okay, all the units that of ours that are getting run down, they can all be brought back. Well, except for the king. Well, he didn't. No, he didn't get captured. He got killed. It happens. All right. Good. Good. All right. Yeah, we got this. We'll be fine. Yeah, they got nothing left to work with. All their cavalry's gone. We got it. Pretty costly fight, though. No doubt about that. Yeah, there we go.
All civilized
No, that really... See, that did take like 45 fucking minutes. At least. I wanted to avoid that. If I just cheesed it, wouldn't have happened. Could have just drawn them out. But it's okay. His death just means that the other dude becomes king and you can get more generals. This is why I'm willing to risk my kings. Although that king actually isn't quite as good. Because yeah, you just go get another one. Okay, so... It's not good, but we'll be okay. Because this is a really good city. It's worth it. And you had to be aggressive to get yourself out of this shit situation. Okay.
An honor to serve.
But it definitely could have gone better. Oh well.
Yes.
Alright. I need more cavalry here in case the Hungarians come over this way. So that I can fight them on the field and get another general down to here. Because we can't really justify sending them out now. But it made us a lot of money. And the Hungarians aren't any further south. We're not at war with the Venetians. So that's fine there.
An honor to serve.
It'll be a lot easier to take Constantinople because it's a city as opposed to a castle. Castles are fucking... Citadels are really fucking hard to fight. Especially with ballista towers.
At your service.
When you're using nothing but peasants. It is what it is. Okay, I can't see anything else we need to do. We're still just marching up that way. And everything's coming along. Anything we want to recruit from here? No. Maybe just some peasants to maintain the public order when they leave. That will ensure that you never lose a settlement. Yeah. Even if the Mongols do come over here, that'll make sure that you can't lose it if you've got that.
An honor to serve, my lord.
Okay, let's move on to the next turn. Still no sign of the Timurids. There they are. Nice. It's like a consolation prize. Sorry you lost the king. Here you go, have some 1,000 florins. It's okay, we got a new king. Alright. So we know where they are. Yeah, they must have been marching through this way here and I must have just missed them. And... Yeah, I just want to keep an eye on them as they march over this way.
Continuing on tomorrow.
Because we're not at war with them. They're just heading towards the Mongols.
Ready to trade. Continuing on. Setting up a trade route.
An honor to serve, my lord.
Alright, I want to get to Vilnius. Seems like most of these units are stuck here, but trying to maintain public order.
With honor.
That's not a big deal.
Be ready to move in the morning, men.
But I can't get all the units there. I can get all the cavalry there,
My
though.
lord.
Oh, hang on.
Yes.
What if I don't bring the
Orders,
infantry?
my
Won't
king.
make it.
Yes, my lord.
Right, send the cavalry to there. Because there's not much
My
here.
master will reward me for your death.
With an all-cavalry army here, we might actually overcome that. And I'll just recruit some more. Need some more cash. We don't have it. Oh, right, we've got Constantinople under siege. Well, that'll give us probably like 30 grand at least. Alright, save it so it doesn't crash. Well, if it does crash, it's no big deal. Alright, here we go.
God be with us, men. We march to battle.
Alright, roughly the same odds as what we had at Sophia. But like I said, these settlements are typically a lot easier to deal with. Although it's a fairly large garrison. And sneaking our way in. They've got a lot of experienced units, but it's still low quality units. Okay, I think I can manage this. Let's try not to get Prince Ivan killed. That'd be great. And that's the thing, I do risk my generals a lot, and most of the time I don't get them killed. Sometimes it happens. It happens. If you risk every now and again, it's gonna happen. But you saw, I was trying to freaking move him, and he just sat there. He's like, "Nah, I want to die." All right, no ladders this time, so let's get organized. Okay, then Boyar, sons next. We do have a lot of cavalry, which is not good for assaulting a settlement. Yeah, we have to get in so that we can use it as our cavalry. Bounce about slightly in our favor. Okay. Alright, we've only got 5 pieces of siege equipment as well. Not 6. Oh, please don't have cannon towers. Okay, no they don't. I don't think they do. Yeah, bit of a damage wall there, but we don't have any artillery, so I can't do anything about it. Alright, then over here. Here and here. Okay, good. Well, what do you know? They've left this area here undefended. That's where we go in. Alright. We'll need to just pump the cavalry over here as quickly as we possibly can. Because they don't have much cavalry in this battle. They've got mostly infantry. So we need to use our cavalry to just open gates wherever we possibly can. Just have to hope that this unit here can actually make it all the way here without getting caught by their other units. Not seeing anything making their way over here just yet. Like that one's the closest. This is where ladders are kind of better than siege towers because it's much quicker, but you cannot build ladders for a huge stone wall. It's too big. They've abandoned that section of the wall, so we'll go for that one as well. And you go in that way as well. You go more up this way. Don't know why they've left a whole bunch of units over here. I can't attack them from that angle. Alright. Who's gonna get to the gate first? This one or this one? I don't think we're going to make it. I don't think we're going to make it here either. Okay, back off there. Back off. We've got other options. I want to see what kind of towers these are. I think this is basic towers. Okay. Yeah, just basic towers. Okay, they could still burn it down. So stop, because I can't rebuild them. So stop that. Because it's just got a percentage chance of burning down. It's just not worth the risk. I need my siege equipment here. There'll be better opportunities, we just gotta wait for them. Okay, and that looks like a pretty good opportunity. All right, get over there. Ugh. I just need you to open the gate. Even for a second. If you could just get my cavalry in, we'll demolish these units. Just get a little bit closer.
Lord,
Okay.
praised.
Okay,
Our
back off
siege
again.
Towers are at the Lord be praised. Our siege towers are at the walls. Our enemy have nowhere to hide.
Because yeah, we're not going to be able to cap the towers if they're here. So that's not going to work. Back off. But at least that one's up on the wall. Okay, there's... Let's look at you. Okay, no one's up here at the moment. That's not going to work, but get a little bit closer and then drop their ram and maybe they'll walk somewhere else. Because the thing is, it's not just like the first person up here, they jump off. They got to wait until there's enough over here. So, yeah, that's definitely not the right time to go for it. Not yet. Because yeah, we don't have enough infantry in order to assault this head on and win. We have to get in through the gate. If I get some archers up on the walls and they significantly thin out the enemy forces, that's a different story, but let's see how we go first. Right, get this one back on that.
Lord be praised. Our siege towers are at the
Another thing is that...
Our siege towers are at the walls. Our enemy have nowhere to hide.
Yeah, you can take them off backwards from that. Get it, get away. Can't take them off. Just chill, just chill. We're okay. What are they doing? Right, keep running. Now they've actually got a proper defense set up, a proper perimeter. Find a way in though. Alright, there's no one guarding this tower at the moment. But these are the gates. As soon as any gate is down, we're in. Just got to probe at them until we find the right weak point. Because yeah, no towers here. Not worried about their... Oh. Look. Oh, God. I just don't want it to get burnt down, that's all. Then they adjusted. They got us pinned down in just about every spot. Right, over this way. Because yeah, I guarantee it. If we attack this head on, we won't win. Like, the sum of our infantry is way lower than the sum of their infantry. We need to be able to utilize our cavalry. Don't mind taking casualties. It's just got to trade well, that's all. Right. And unfortunately with siege towers, once they've been deployed onto the walls, I can't bring it down. Move it to a different location. And if you could just not be here, maybe they'll walk away a different location. And we can't expect to rout them either, because these ones have like 9 chevrons. Can't get in that way. Just drop the ram. Maybe they'll leave that area. Shit. Okay. Well. Fuck. I rarely see the AI actually do a decent job of holding on every single position. And they're doing it this time. Alright. Well. Try again through here. Once again, if we could just inch ourselves over there bit by bit. I mean, we could just risk it and get over there. But the thing is, we've only got 2 rams. And if one burns down, then we've only got 1 ram. And so we should try to get there as safe as possible. At least they don't have ballista towers. Like I said, the first flame arrow can land on it and cause it to ignite. But if they don't set up their unit properly, it never fires. Okay, cool. Don't worry about the unit. All I need is the ram there. Okay, then we bring our cavalry in over here.
In place. Soon the enemy's defenses will fall.
Now it's actually a weakness if they've got all their units spread out like this. Because I can concentrate my force while theirs is separated.
The battering ram has done its work. Now
This is only good for them if they
brave
prevent us from
hearts
getting in,
and
because we've got
brave
cavalry superiority. Alright, I need these ones here to not fire at will. Good legend, they're horse archers! Yeah, we use overwhelming numbers. Of cavalry.
Our soldiers have proved their worth today.
And
The
even
enemy's walls
brave
belong
units
to us.
turn to absolute shit.
Our men are winning the battle. If we continue like this, we will smash the enemy.
Man, it sucks to use our Kazakhs like this, but basically no matter how we use them, it's not going to be effective. If you want to do well against them, you got to push through. Those risk their lives a little bit, especially his. Oh my god, are you fucking kidding me? Get him out, get him out, get him out. If I lose another general today, I'm going to be so freaking annoyed. Okay, no more fighting for you. We've got other units, we don't have to sacrifice you. They're fucking town militia, come on guys. Do you know why? Because they got fucking 9 experience, that's why. Goddamn, we're fighting to the death. Some of them take out these Turkmens because they're shooting at us. And what else we got here? Start bringing them over here. We don't need this anymore. Okay. We probably didn't trade very well against that, but we got to get in. Yeah, I'm not sending him in any more combat for this battle. So at 17% to 13%, we are still technically winning. This isn't a time to walk around as well. We need to run because there's certain units that we really need to hit as hard as we possibly can. Alright, we've got Ghazis over here. Alright, send... They're good morale, aren't they? But these ones don't have as much experience as the other one. If I can kill the general, that'd be really good. Although, I think he only had 1 star. We're not killing these ones quickly enough, so usually what you gotta do is just pull through a bit and then constantly do attacks. Still firing well in melee. Right, so there's the general there. If we send our infantry in here to go and fight him, it'll take a little while for all of these guys to get into the town square, but we might kill him before some of them do, which will allow us to cut off some of their other units. If we can get rid of these Turkmens completely, that'd be really handy, because they're annoying. Alright, that'll do, that's fine. Alright, the cavalry... No. Stop. That's not, I don't want you to go there. I want you to go over this way and cut off these ones. Can't just use a click drag for them all. Unfortunately, it will not work. Okay, at least these guys here don't have any bonus versus cavalry.
If we continue like this, we will smash the enemy.
You stay close to them so they don't rout. As we go in and try to... Oh, they brought some other units in. And they're all eager. I don't think attacking this head on here is going to work. Right, you come around over this way. I reckon we can break them. We just need to push in a bit harder. Because if you disrupt them like that and dish out damage quickly enough, yeah, you'll smash their morale. Good. Good. 50 of them broken. That's better than nothing. No. I thought I told you not to do that. Okay, well, one thing about this Turkish army that's in here is that they don't have any missile units, do they? Like, none. So, we've got some. Maybe I can make use of that. Yeah, it's all just filled with Ghazis. You come up on the wall over here. I didn't want you fighting. I just want you to keep an eye on them. But as long as you don't die, I mean, it's fine. Yeah, come around over this way. Yeah, the reason why I didn't put them on fire at will is because they'll actually inflict a lot of friendly fire in this sort of situation. Blobbed up like this. It's not ideal. Also, I just perform badly inside cities. Okay, we don't have enough infantry to just stand here and get them. But yeah, they have got no missile units, do they? Right, get over here. No one's got Skiltrum. Alright. Well, we've improved the odds a little bit. It's just they're holding out here in a final, like, defensive position. If we send our infantry in, there's no way that they can overcome this on their own. We've got to thin them out considerably. Now, is this one who do armor piercing? No. Okay. Too bad we don't have any crossbows. Thing is, these units here, for the most part, especially the Ghazis, really weak against missiles. Huh? Oh, he did actually get back on it.
Our siege towers have reached the walls. Now the butcher's red work begins.
So bring the archers up, shoot at them. If they bring the cavalry over here, which they do, they fight your guys, and our general keeps them in the fight.
Our men are winning the battle. If we continue like this, we will smash the enemy.
Good, we're actually trading really well there. They totally fell for that. That's great.
Our men have slain the Saracen general.
Good.
Now we must.
We're not really going to be able to make use of it because I doubt they're going to come out from this position again. Although, if we're shooting at them, especially with this one here from long range, and they've got really bad morale, they won't be able to get to him. Okay, this is looking good. No, they're going to get charged, but it's okay, they don't lose any ammo.
The battle is very much in our favor. If we remain true and steadfast, victory will be ours.
Alright, so these ones, I'll bring them. I need them to have a really. Yeah, this is a good spot over here. Yeah, do not fire at will. Alright, you come over here. Alright, I'm gonna bring some less tired Kazakhs over here, so that if any of them break, I can run them down. And then, yeah, we gotta thin out as many of these units as we possibly can. The thing is, archer units in Medieval 2, when shooting against infantry, can usually, many times over, do their value. So we should be able to wipe out quite a few units, especially if we're shooting them in the back like this. Yeah, they don't want to get too far away from the center here. Because it will make it easy for us to rout them. Yeah, if we have a look over here, even though we've killed the enemy general, a decent amount of experience can basically compensate for the general's death. So this one here has already inflicted at least 150 kills, I think. That's going very nicely. That's about to break, so now we need to send in those Kazakhs that I brought over here, so that when they do break, we actually get to run them down. Probably not going to get them all, but even just a handful of them is better than nothing. Good. This is why I didn't want to take massive casualties trying to get up on the walls.
The battle is very much in our favor.
So that we can actually use these guys and inflict huge casualties on them for free. So now, 25% of casualties on our side, 67% for them. Much more favorable for us. Now it's kind of at the point where we really could send our infantry in here, and they could potentially finish the job. So that one's run out of ammo. It'd be interesting to see exactly how many kills that one got. I'd say it's about maybe 250, just a guess. Still got this one here with all of its ammo.
They have lost half their men.
But what I want to do now is get in, create a bit of a gap so this one can stand over here and just shoot them in from the flank. You might as well go in as well. Just want to keep him close enough that he's providing leadership, but I don't actually want him fighting because I think he's suffered a lot of damage already. Go. This is wanted. General's not good enough to keep them in the fight. I mean, they'll rally because they didn't suffer enough casualties. Still, there's only 18% of them left. We could just use the cavalry to sort this out. Let's bring in some...
If we continue like this, we will smash the enemy.
Get them out of there. They're suffering too many casualties. Get back. It's okay if they rout. Anyone that gets captured, just get them back. Need to get you over here and fire at will. That's it. Can't really justify bringing them all in. I'll just try to bring in as many as I can and actually make them fit so they can shoot at their back. With our inability to actually route these units from this position, really hard to utilize the horse archers. Yeah, now General just isn't quite good enough to really keep their morale in check. But if we keep trying, it should be fine. There's no limit to how many times we can break and rally, as long as the unit doesn't get completely bloody smashed in the process. Because we've only got like 10 troops left, then it probably isn't going to rally. Try go for a charge. Good, they come out this way, we can break them though. Just can't pin them all down, unfortunately, so I can't utilize my archers very well here. No.
The battle is very much in our favor. If we remain true and steadfast, victory will be ours.
Broke again. Only peasant archers. Glad I'm not doing that with the dismounted Devore. Problem here, you rout them, and then there just isn't enough distance between here and there to actually catch them. Just keep shooting them. There's only a handful of them left now. It's just a pain in the ass dealing with it this way. Thing is, we're still, for the most part, using armies that are really not suitable for this late stage in the campaign. They're just freshly recruited, mostly full of either cavalry or just low-tier infantry. And here we are trying to take Constantinople off hardened, grizzled Turks. can do it. It's just you're going to suffer a lot of casualties. Because the thing is, you suffer the casualties and then you just recruit more units. You don't just sit around being passive. Because you don't have time now. You've got to be aggressive, or else you're just going to lose the campaign. You just don't have enough time. You've got to capture basically one settlement every 2 turns, or else you will lose. Which means you have to constantly keep recruiting armies and capture everything that you can. When you capture a settlement, that also means it's a new place that you can build an army from.
Praise the saints, our men. My lord, we have lost control of the city.
Hopefully we can actually cut this one off. Bring it in over here just a bit.
The battle is very much in our favor. If we remain true and steadfast, victory will be ours.
Pincer it. Might just break. Good. Alright, just a handful of them left now.
Our men are winning the battle. If we continue, this is a clear victory that goes to only men
there we
of
go.
great
Well, it's still...
virtue and valor.
It's a 2-to-1 kill ratio, so that's still pretty good. And then it crashes. And then he crashes, that's good. And here you go. Oh, I said that we were going to get like 30 grand, but then of course it had been sacked recently already. There isn't that many people in here. Still, it's a good city. It's one of the cities that you needed for victory. So if we have a look here, you need to capture 35 more territory, and you got 68 turns. So yeah, you've really got to be aggressive, which unfortunately will mean that casualties will happen every now and again. You can't just be like, oh, I don't want to suffer any casualties, so I won't fight any battles. Well, then you end up losing all your ground. That being said, don't do actual Russian tactics of stupid meat assaults. That's not a good way to go about it either. But at least we've got you a bit more of a foothold here. So you got
honor to serve, my lord.
This guy. You got to be aggressive. Just keep going.
The enemy honorably, my lord.
Do this battle here,
Will be an honor
because
to
this
defeat you,
should be a good opportunity for a new general to be
Yes, my lord.
spawned. Yeah, send everyone. They should stand and fight. Do it from this location here, because that way we'll start on the high ground, I think.
Marching to battle with pride, lord.
So odds are even. Just got to bombard. Yeah, this should be easy.
To arms, man!
I really should have saved. I mean, these mountain areas is not great for fighting. I didn't really start on any high ground. But no, it's fine, Okay. Just get in there. Need to stop those bombards from shooting straight away. Don't want him to get in and risk his life too early, because if he dies, our cavalry will not fight very well. There we go, got them. No. Oh, shit. Well, that's not good. They'll rally. They'll be okay. At least the artillery was taken off. For now, they'll get back on it. Probably. Well, shit. He'll rally if he doesn't charge straight into the units like that. It's okay. We're still gonna win. Map's not ideal for us at all. Makes weird freaking pathfinding decisions like that happen, but I think we're okay. What I really need is for the boyar sons to be shooting at the general. So I'm going to tell them to stop firing. The Kazakhs have plenty of ammo. So that's fine. Yeah, like I said, the javelins will do much better against him. And we're going to have a hard time breaking these units if we don't kill the enemy general. There we go.
The battle is very much in our favor.
Can't shoot the javelins at him.
Steadfast, victory will be ours.
That way. Bounce power. Yeah, we've killed 40% of them. Okay. Oh shit, they're back on the bombards. I haven't killed any of the general bodyguard yet, even with the boyar sons shooting at them. Our guys over here aren't faring amazingly well either.
Only half the enemy
It's okay, we'll
force
still win.
remains.
It's just not going fantastic, that's all. It's just going okay.
From fire to flame.
Oh no, come on, man. Okay, well, I can still win. Oh my god, Legend, you lost your captain. We can actually still get a man of the hour, even though he's dead. It doesn't matter. I mean, it does matter for the sake of the battle, but it doesn't matter in terms of the man of the hour. You can still get it. God damn, what's this guy's armor made out of? Alright, good. Routed a bunch of their units because their general's too far away to do anything about it. Although, shit, if he's eating our ass here, I hope it tastes good, because if he causes my guy to rout, he'll leave straight away.
If we continue like this, we will
But
smash
they
the
held,
enemy.
despite our general having been killed, so that's good. And they've just lost everything else. Stop firing at will, I'm going to need that ammo. What is going on here? I can't believe how little damage we've done to this general's bodyguard. The rest of their army's been obliterated. Yeah, this guy here. Nope. Alright, well if we run him around like this, he'll be pretty tight. I need to get him back down here. Like I said, we had basically this tiny little arena to fight. Wasn't ideal for our cavalry army, but sometimes the fight's not going to be ideal. You just have to make do with it anyway. Alright, these two go back up there and shoot at him. Wait, hang on, he's coming back down this way. Right, these guys have gotten a chance to rest. But I'm still worried about charging into him just because it might cause a rout, because our guys have reduced morale. Alright. If I can thin him out a little bit more, that would be fantastic. Okay, so I think what happened is that we got rid of a lot of his hit points, and now they're really starting to take casualties. Okay, that's good. Oh yeah, we got him. Because he's exhausted now. Exhaustion doesn't lose his armor. It's just that it's too slow to move away.
Look how our cowardly all civilized
Alright, cool.
peoples will be awed by
So
the
overall, the casualties are still pretty good. And there's still a possibility of getting a man of the hour. Told ya. It didn't matter that the captain died.
God has delivered us us
And so
unto
this guy
victory.
here, we could use him to command these
Honor
forces
serve,
to
my lord.
march on Budapest. Could work. Still got a bit of money in reserve, so... Ooh, Devor cavalry. Yeah, get some of them. Not at war with them. Okay, so I'd say at this point here, it's no longer a disaster campaign. It's more like you're gonna have a hard time winning, especially considering, like, if we have a look at his territorial history, the largest he's ever been is at 11 settlements. So one more than what we've currently got. So this is where the Mongols arrived, I guess, and just smashed him down to here. But yeah, really slow expansion. So this is how much time you've got left, and in that amount of time from the start of the campaign, which is the easiest part of the campaign to totally smash, which you totally wasted, you only got to about 10 settlements. So yeah, if you want to get this done in that amount of time, you need to kick it into high gear and fucking go. Because you could definitely still do it. You just got to keep capturing more territory, sack every settlement that you possibly can, and you need to get to Jerusalem, that's another thing, and just keep recruiting. Every now and again, you're going to suffer a defeat. Every now and again, you're going to take horrendous casualties. Every now and again, your king's going to get killed. You just keep being aggressive, keep recruiting. Don't worry about fucking building long-term investments. There's not enough time left in the campaign. All the settlements are mostly already built up anyway. Just keep recruiting, keep throwing them at the enemy. Capture, capture, capture. If you can manage to capture one settlement every turn, that's a good pace. But yeah, you've got to be aggressive because you're really on the clock there. Anyway, that's the end of this one here, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you learned something. Appreciate you, and we'll see you next time. Later, guys.